Okay, so last night, not the last session, 2 weeks ago, after you guys got day drunk, um, you guys headed back to the Warwater estate, where a gripping Hippolyft race took place between you guys. The majority of you got day drunk.
Okay, yeah.
Majority.
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 Not all of us, though.
Not all of you. You guys had a invigorating race through the streets, crashing into many fruit stands. Coconuts were thrown, or a coconut was thrown. But eventually, Tilda and Raine's Hippolyft won the race. After you guys got back to the estate, and after Bryn downed Nadia's horrible pepper concoction, you guys met up with Alexandria, who told you about your upcoming trip to the Temple of Scarlet Water. Gave you a map. The temple is located in northeastern Robur, near the village of Tamaran. She also gave you a few warnings, such as don't go into this portal, don't pick up the evil sword, don't activate the teleportation circle, etc., etc. And she also told you that the Nigordy tribe would be going up near that area, so you'll probably be traveling them as security. After the group left, Alexandria and Nenrine had a one-on-one talk where Alexandria explained spoke of the old ones and old magic, and imparted her with a memory of encounter with a minor old one she had when she had accidentally traversed to the place of magic. After that, Zaitari spoke to Alexandria, inquiring if there were any items that she may be able to get to enhance her armor. Bryn and Tilda spoke about the Grisla crest. There was some good news. Bryn's grandmother had a signet ring that was actually passed down the family line, which had a dog on it. And there was much shopping to be had. Then Raine and Tilda went to Diamonds Are Forever and the Pearl Necklace to get some spell components for the cleric. I think Raine did some potion shopping. I put that note down there. And I think that was about it. I believe that was about it.
I think we also talked to Alexandria about going to where all the riots are.
Right,
in a place
Leona.
that I can't.
Leona.
Yeah, Leona. I'm like in the place where I can't remember the name right now.
It was agreed upon that she would send you to Leona after you guys went to the Glass Desert to perform the ritual that would disenchant the violin. So that is on the schedule right after this. Alexandria had gotten a message from Misa, her sister, requesting aid. And you all also know that I think I mentioned this to you last time that all unoccupied personnel, part of the treasure hunters, were to report to Leona as soon as possible.
Yeah, I vaguely recollect that.
So, is there anything you guys would like to do before you meet up with the Nigordy Caravan?
I don't think so.
I wanted to get a breastplate.
Okay.
I forgot.
That's fine. We could do
on
that
our last shopping trip.
real quick.
Before we leave, I hand probably Alexandria a letter to be delivered to oh my god, Tegan.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't written it yet. I'll get it to you at some point.
Alright, sounds good. I believe yes. There, cost of stuff. Trade goods. If you just want like a regular mundane breastplate, it will cost. Most of the shops offer it at, here we go, 400 gold pieces.
Assume I haggle and
They can cut the price down to 350.
that works. That's
Okay.
fine. Yeah.
Okay, and I need to get where are my notes on the caravan? No, that's weird. It was right here.
Actually, I do have a quick question
Mhm.
about the caravans. Since Zaitari grew up in a caravan and has probably encountered other caravans, are there any protocols that she would know for entering a new caravan, like any gifts, procedures, things like that?
Right.
Just so everything goes super smooth.
Super smooth.
Yes. No bumps. All coasting.
Okay. It's probably still in my email because it's not in my Dropbox. Standard caravan procedures are as followed. You are to, respect the denizens of the caravan. Try not to, pretty mundane stuff. Try not to start any fights. Be respectful of the leadership of the caravan, especially the Nigordy Caravan. What Alexandria would have told you about it. This one, 200 people. The leader is a woman named Deg Korlik. So that's right. Yes. Just respect her authority. This is a trading caravan, so there'll be one or two stops along the way to resupply and trade with other, small towns along the way. Other than that, there's not really any standard traditions. Just use your logic. Don't cause trouble, more or less.
I don't get what you guys are trying to say.
Don't steal anything, or don't steal anything
don't-
and get caught.
Don't sleep with their women.
Whoa, you gotta let me do something, guys. Pick one.
I'm so sorry.
Well, I'm glad that entertained you, Ro.
Look, guys, I do 3 things, and I'm not stabbing them, okay?
I feel like Raine is like one of those triangles where, or not a triangle, like a 3x3 Venn diagram. Like you can't have all 3 of them; you can only have 2.
Oh yeah.
It's like
Pick one.
Yeah.
Or pick 2.
Pick 2. Pick
It's
one
like
that
you
you
can't have
don't
it all.
want.
It's like the designer client dilemma. Cheap, fast, looks good. Pick 2.
Yeah.
Hey, she's all 3.
Oh wow.
Wow.
The other thing about the Nigordy Caravan is there are rivals with the Shigzori. They are not on friendly terms at all and try to avoid each other at all costs.
How long is the trip to the Scarlet Water place gonna take?
It's going to take about 3 days. Maybe three and a half, because at that point when you guys are north, you will go east to Tamaran and meet with Basil there.
Basil. And how long will that take? The trip to Tamaran?
Probably half a day from where you're separated.
And how long will it take to get from Tamaran to the Glass Desert?
Tamaran to the Glass Desert will take about 5 days. Also, Alexandria will also mention that the ritual will have to be performed at night in the Glass Desert because of all the refractory light from the desert itself.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Thank you.
All right, I think I'm good to go. I don't have anything. Zaitari doesn't have anything else she needs to do. So.
Okay.
Does Raine have any goodbyes that she needs to say?
Yeah, does she need to go see her girlfriend?
Mm.
Um,
I was like, I'm gonna take your silence as
um,
a
Keep it
non-answer.
I do have to see. I don't really have to. We don't have that kind of relationship, guys. No, actually, I don't think I have anything to do. I did all my shopping last turn, so I'm actually good to go.
Okay. Alexandria tells you that she has arranged for you guys to meet with Dig, the caravan leader, before you head out. She will be be on the outskirts of the caravan camp, which is outside of the city, with a group of desert warriors. Just it's a courtesy meeting, and then you guys will be on your way. They're in the middle of packing up camp, and that takes a little while. So whenever you guys are ready, yeah, you can grab a ride to the to the gates and be on your way. Um, as you head through the city, it is a relatively quiet day for Fort Granite. Most people are just outside working, hawking goods, running errands, and so on. You get outside the gates and you see there is a very large encampment about a quarter of a mile outside the city. You can even see it as you guys step out of the gates, there are a lot of people gathering their personal belongings, hoisting them up giant quadruped, thick hide, rhino dinosaur esque animals. There are Silenars that are being packed with lighter goods, hooded wagons that are being packed up as well. And most of the denizens look to be human. You do spot a few halflings as well as a few dwarves, the occasional half elf, but delegating all these tasks and occasionally receiving pieces of paper with notes on it, standing between three very tall, muscle-bound humans is a young woman. Well, not so young. As you approach closer, you see that she is middle-aged, with very short hair above her shoulders. Her skin has seen its fair share of sun damage. She has wrinkles. She looks like she has no regards of sun protection whatsoever, and she has a you see she has multiple daggers on her belt. And Raine, knowing someone like this possibly more hidden elsewhere. When she sees your group approach, she hands a sheet of paper off to a young boy who scurries off in the direction of a group of young men who are in the middle of taking down a very large tent. Um, she she relaxes her shoulders and she says, "So, are you the group that Lady Warwater is sending with me?"
Indeed we are, darling. I'm Flora. This is Danica, Seraphina, Leyland, and I'm just gonna kind of trail off for Raine. Like, I don't know if you wanna...
Mr. Cellofair, thank you.
Mr. Cellofair. I'm definitely not singing a song in my head right now. Cellophane, Mr. Cellophane, should have been my name. Sorry.
It's okay. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Deg. I am the leader of this caravan. So you're going up north with us for about 3 days. Is that right?
Apparently so.
All right. Well, we're almost about done, ready to pack. Well, packed up here. You'll be riding in that caravan, that wagon over there, and she points over to what looks like two drybacks, the rhinosaurs, as you will. The two drybacks hooked up to a very large covered wagon. We have a lot of our goods stored in there. Animal hides and other trade goods. So if we were to be attacked by somebody, those wagons would probably be the first to be ransacked. So we're gonna have you stationed in there. Just lay back, relax. We have a long day ahead of us. 2 days, in fact. Only time we're gonna stop is when we're gonna rest for the night and water the drybacks and silenars. And yeah, just keep alert, keep your eyes out in the sand, and hopefully everything goes according to plan. The first town we're gonna hit is a place called called Obsidian Point, and then from Obsidian Point we're going to head, towards the northwest after we drop you guys off. So that's about it. So yeah, if there's nothing else you need of me, or if you have any other questions, you can talk to me, or you can talk to your caravan driver, Gick. She is, and she points to a woman, probably in her late 30s, dressed in cotton and linen wraps. You don't have a really good side of her face, but she looks like she's, beginning just to wrap her face up. Just ask Gick if you have any questions, and yeah.
What's her name again?
Gick. So,
Gick.
Yeah.
All right. Pretty.
I usually see. I'm always wrong.
I know. I was thinking that too. So,
yeah, she'll
and
be
what's
happy
the
to-
name of the? Can you type the name of the caravan, please?
Yeah.
Or the tribe or whatever they are. Thank you.
Dang it! I got it wrong again. I spelled it with an I every time. I'm always off by one letter with these things. And what was the name of the woman we're speaking to?
Gick or Deg.
Deg.
Deg. Okay.
Deggh.
Oh, that's the leader. Okay, I didn't realize
Mhm.
we were speaking with her.
Mhm.
All right, so Zaitari will approach and like give like a little small curtsy. Can you tell me, is anybody providing entertainment for the caravan as of yet, or is that slot open?
Um, no, you're more than welcome. We often when we set up camp, there's some singing, some dancing from, one of our own. But if that's your trade by nature, then we're more than happy to have somebody entertain us for the night.
I would be honored, of course.
The little ones do get bored as well. You've seen quite a few children in this group, so it'll be quite exciting for them to have professional entertainers accompany us.
Well, professional entertainer. I don't know about the rest, but me, yes.
I feel like Bryn would be
Yeah, I
like,
feel
hey.
yeah, she would say something, but she's not here, so we'll just maybe she's still like working off that pepper concoction that she was fed.
I'm just going here. Why do you guys give me so many openings?
All right. It takes about half an hour longer for everything to be set and squared away. Deg takes her place at the head of the caravan with a few other individuals, and you guys head up to Gig's wagon. She is sitting atop the rider's seat, and she says, "Well, oh, sorry about that." She takes off the cloth over her mouth. "Hey, you must be that group Deg told me about. I'm Gig. Nice to meet you."
Dang it, I was muted. Hello.
Oh yeah, I was muted too. Fuck.
We do
Nice.
introductions.
Yeah.
Well,
Nice to meet you as well, darling.
Well, so we have a couple spots. We have, bodyguards to do lookouts. Somebody could either sit with me at the head of this, little ride. We also have. You've noticed that the back there are a couple seats there, so you can peek through the I guess curtain to see if there's anybody on our six. We also have a spot, and she points above the the covered wagon. There's a spot inside where you can climb up the ladder and go up top, kind of like a ship's crow's nest almost. There's no like protection, like like a one of those giant basket things she mentions on a crow's nest. But there is a seat up there, and if you don't mind the sun, or if you need to get a little fresh air and sun, then that would be a good spot as well. Um, Other than that, lunch is served around noon, and we break for camp. We try to break for camp around 6:30 or 7 o'clock. As soon as our runners find a good spot to camp out, if we could find a decent spot to camp out. Any questions?
None I can think of.
No, I'm prepared to embark on this journey. I call dibs on the back inside the wagon.
Yeah, me too.
I will sunburn.
No questions, but if you would like, I can provide traveling music for us.
That would actually be lovely if you'd like to. Um, at this point, there is a very young boy. Can't be more than 5 years old. Well,
Oh, that was a sick burn, man.
Oh man.
he's young. He has a very loose ponytail, and just covered in dirt. And he goes up to Gig and says, "Mommy, are we gonna go yet?" And Gig pats the boy's head. "In a minute, darling. We still have to wait for Deg to get to the head of the caravan, and then we'll leave." And you also see that he's carrying what looks like to be a wooden doll of sorts that has a painted on angry face. He looks around to the rest of you and he says, Are they protecting us this time?" And Gig nods and he goes up to Zaitari and he sticks his hand out. "Hi, I'm Min."
I like sort of like squat down to get onto it, like meet him at eye level, and I shake his hand and I say, "Hi, I'm Serafina."
"You have a pretty name."
Thank you. Pretty name for a pretty lady, and like Zaitari smiles very wide.
Tilda's rolling her eyes in the background.
"This is Eli," and he holds up his wooden figure out to you. He says it's good to meet you too.
Zaitari shakes Eli's hand. Pleasure to meet you, Eli.
You notice that Eli, when you guys get a closer look at him, is actually missing a foot.
Oh.
Yeah.
I automatically do not trust this doll.
Yeah, I know, right?
Player-wise, Zaitari doesn't care.
Eli's brave. Eli sacrificed his foot to save us last time. Gig kind of just puts her, just face palms. "Man, you didn't have to tell the new bodyguards that." And Gig says this particular wagon last time was attacked by a boulette. Min here tossed Eli's foot to protect us before one of our other bodyguards killed it. It's just she says in a quiet voice, "Just humor him."
He ripped the foot off his own doll and threw it at a large, terrifying creature.
Yes.
That's hardcore.
Is there a reason Eli's so angry?
Eli doesn't like the... And at this point, Gig just kind of looks at him. It's... Eli is angry about many things, Gig says. In particular, he's... What was it again, Min? And Min says, Eli doesn't like the desert.
Well, then Eli and I have that in common, darling. I'm afraid the desert doesn't, exactly agree with my complexion.
Nor mine.
But it's very nice to meet you, Min. I'm gonna go into the back of the caravan at this point.
All right. You see Min go into the wagon. Gig nods and says he's very curious about things. So if you need me to, take him off your hands, just let me know. Sometimes he sits with me in front of the wagon to help me, and she air quotes, drive. Mostly Eli giving the grayback orders. But yeah, all right. She waves to you guys and climbs to the front of the wagon. So Tilda and then Raine are gonna be in the back.
Raine will be up top.
All right, Raine will go up top. Min will hand you what more or less is a crude umbrella of sorts. It's more like a couple pieces of old dried out palm leaves stuck together with a couple of sticks to help keep the sun out.
I should say, for once, Raine is wearing the lovely cloth that Tilda provided for everyone.
Okay. About 10 minutes later, about 10 late minutes later, you guys start rolling out. The caravan starts moseying along their path. So Raine. So a couple hours passed. It's hot, very hot. But inside the caravan, inside the covered wagon, it's actually fairly cool. Definitely more so than the outside. And as you mosey along, every once in a while, Min and Eli. Okay. Every once in a while, Min and Eli will ask questions to Nenrin, especially because Nenrin, you get the impression that this is the first time he's actually spoken to an elf before. He keeps on asking you questions like, where are you from? What's it like up north? He assumes you're from up north. He just keeps on rapid firing questions.
And I assume that I continually disappoint him when I tell him repeatedly that I spent all my time in the library.
Oh yeah, and at that point he switches to Tilda, and he asks you like, where are you from, and what's your home like?
And I presume I also disappoint him because I've pulled out the tome of clear mind or whatever it is. And I basically at the beginning I was going to say, does anyone need me? No? Okay. Great.
I'll keep watching your behalf. It's okay.
Thank you.
And he goes up and about the caravan, and eventually he tires himself out, and sleeps.
He did go up to Zaitari first, so Tilda doesn't have much of a affection for this child.
So he tires himself up, and he settles next to his mom to like take a nap on her while she's driving. So you guys continue on. It's a rather uneventful first day. Tilda, before you know it, you guys are coming to a stop, actually. It's been long, boring, but it's around 6:30-ish when the Sand Warriors come and tell the drivers of each of the wagons that they have found an adequate place to camp for the night, and that how it works with the caravans is a few of them will split into their designated group, form a circle as kind of an artificial cover, and they will set fires in the center of the caravan for those who want to sleep outside or take take their watches outside. Others volunteer to like sleep in the wagons themselves, and you guys are more than welcome to go out to stay in your own group or to go to the other groups, which are very close by. A few of the older women of the caravan start making dinner and cooking with what meats they are able to trade to whatever meats they are able to get from Fort Gregg and whatever they've hunted in the area themselves. Mostly it's consisted of a never-ending stew of sorts. There's always a large stew pot with different things, and then they just keep on adding herbs, spices, and other types of meat until it's kind of like a hosh posh of animal and vegetables. It tastes okay, but it's standard camping fare for most people. Also served with some crusty bread or some pan bread, non-risen bread. Does anybody want to? Is anybody doing anything during? Can you actually do that?
Yes.
Okay. Is anybody doing anything while dinner is being served, while the drivers are watering their animals? Anything of that nature?
I am introducing my longbow to everybody in the party so that it knows that they are my companions.
What?
Right?
As Nen says.
Okay.
I worded it really weirdly, but I'm passcoding you guys into the longbow.
Okay. That was hilarious. It's like everybody, longbow, everybody.
Yeah.
These are my friends.
While Tilda's just holding her bowl of stew and just like prestidigitates like magic spice.
I'm just like absently prestidigitating it and absently eating it because I'm still reading, trying to still read from my book.
Dump some MSG in there, you know?
Flavor.
What'd you say?
I said you just dump some MSG in there.
Magical.
Magical
Sodium
MSG.
glutamate. Magic sodium glutamate. But Zaitari will offer to provide music or dancing to distract children if people don't care or want her to. She won't do it if people don't want her to do it.
No, they're more, they more than welcome you providing entertainment. You see, Min was, talking with another boy early, like around dinner time, and clearly had insulted the young child, and then a fight broke out, and an older woman, gently whaps both of the children just to cut it out. Yeah, they need something to occupy themselves. So yeah, you do that if you want. She's reading her book.
Yeah, I need careful track of hours that I've been reading.
Right, because you're gonna, yeah. Okay.
Raine just went, washed up, got the dirt off her face from the road, and is watching Zaitari and whatever else the night's entertainment is.
Okay. Are you providing music as well, Zaitari, or are you just dancing to?
I would imagine that she would start it off with just music while everybody's kind of just settling down and eating, and then as the night goes on, she could do like more like dance appropriate music for like the other people to dance, and she can also like distract the kids by like teaching them how to like just dance.
Okay. All right.
She's terrible at telling stories, so she's not going to do that, and she can't sing. So those are the options.
Dance, gonna be okay. Da da doo doo, and just dance. That record bit. No. Lady Gaga. No.
Yeah. No, I know it. It's just, I've heard it so many times that it's just
that's fair.
Okay, so yeah, you definitely get the attention of some of the children as they awkwardly try to follow your movements, very awkwardly. One or two of them don't have any rhythm to speak of at all, and it's kind of entertaining watching children trip over their 2 feet. Thankfully, the sand is soft enough for them to fall on their asses on. All right, so the night passes without incident, and in the very early morning, around 5:30, people wake up, pack up, and the caravan within the next hour starts moseying along the next day. As you get to the end of as you're getting to the end of day 2, I need everybody to roll a perception check.
Here comes
I'm
the
literally
rain.
reading. I still don't have an hour count.
Oh, it is
And-
at this point. It's about 1 o'clock when this rumbling starts. You guys were up since 6, I would say, since everybody else was packing up by 5:30.
So that's
Yeah, I
what,
get-
7?
They get advantage for being up in the crow's nest.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing we should just use my passive perception.
Yep, your passive perception.
Which is 20
Okay,
now.
20.
Also.
God.
So Raine.
Ugh, these are terrible.
Well, you can make other people be terrible with the rolls.
That's true.
At the very least.
Yep.
Okay. Anybody with higher than the 15? Especially you, Raine.
15 or higher?
Yep, 15 or higher.
Okay. I think that's everybody then.
Yep. There is a very slight trembling. And Raine, you actually notice that the caravan is starting to veer to the right. And after a few seconds, you also realize that the caravan is starting to make a very large circle around itself. Gig calls into the wagon. It looks like we have trouble. Depending on what kind of trouble it is, you guys might have to get out. But she looks like she's looking up ahead, towards the front of the caravan to see, look for a signal from the front wagon. She's looking around to see if there are any sand warriors coming her way. But there are no signs of them yet.
Yeah, I'm just keep scanning the horizon, looking for some sort of movement in the ground or whatever.
Okay, so as you guys are looking for movement on the ground, well, Raine, you see movement in the ground. The ground trembling gets a lot more violent, and you see there is a purple flare of sorts that shot from the front of the caravan. Gig loses color, like the color just drains from her face, and she grabs Min, and she puts him in the wagon, tells him to stay put while she is heading towards a small bag and getting out a longbow and just strapping a quiver to her back. And she looks to the rest of you and she says, Yep, we got one. I'm gonna need to go to the crow's nest. You guys, how are you guys in melee combat?
Not the best.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
You'll be fine. All right.
Great, it's the getting hit that's the issue.
She kind of looks wary. Well, we got, if the flare is the right color flare, then we've got trouble. If you see it coming this way, then get out of the wagon and take Min with you. And at this point, she just starts going up the ladder. We have a purple worm incoming, and she just hops to the top of the roof.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Okay. What?
I go over to Nenreen. I touch his shoulder and I say, "This will help." And I cast enhance ability. And I'm gonna do Bear's Endurance.
Mhm.
So you have advantage on Constitution checks, and you're also gonna gain 2d6 temporary hit points, which I'm gonna roll right now.
Cool. Thank you.
5.
It's like Ashley rolling those.
Yeah. Well, at least it's not a
2d10.
2.
Yeah.
At least it's not a 2.
All right,
Cool.
and
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I didn't have the description checked. Oh well. It's a lot of words anyways. Okay, so yep. I guess we all run out of the caravan.
yep. When you guys run out of the caravan, you see that the entirety of the caravan has made a giant circle at this point, which I will put you guys in the map for. Just give me a second. You see there are multiple people on top of each of their respective wagons, bows out, at least 100 people up top. Let's see. I'm just gonna drag your.
I was about to say, if we're on a different map,
Yeah, I'm.
you'd need to move us.
Yes.
Okay.
There we go.
Hey, look at the map.
Yes.
Just a
It's
bunch
a
of
very,
wagons.
very simple map. Alright, you guys can drag
I feel-
yourselves anywhere in the center of the space.
I feel like we're on the Oregon Trail. Raine's gonna die of dysentery any day now.
Boy.
Rude.
Right, so.
Should we? Are we gonna pilot Bryn?
Yeah, I'll get her. I'll get her. I'll probably just do it. There. Okay, and
Wrong token for Bryn, but okay.
it will work.
I know.
All right, so I need everybody to roll one more perception check.
This will be an actual perception check for me. But my passive is still 20. Hey, but never mind that.
I'm gonna
Damn.
actually roll for Bryn as well.
Oh.
Okay. So
Zaitari?
I still need to roll mine. I was trying to figure out how many bardic inspirations I have because I knew it went up. I have 5 now because my charisma is maxed out.
Woo.
Woohoo. Nope. I don't
Okay.
see shit.
Raine, Tilda, and Nenreen, the trembling is starting to come from this direction.
I back up.
Okay.
I pointed out to everyone.
All right.
so they're
Bryn
aware.
is like, what? Huh? What? Oh, pretty. Oh, that's a nice rock. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, can you ping it again?
Yeah, it's right, like around here.
Okay.
It's coming from this direction.
Yeah.
And what is this direction? Are they like these are just
Those
kids, warriors, family carts?
they're mostly just caravans. And here's a couple. You have a couple of the sand warriors coming out from. each
I
caravan.
specifically look at Bryn and go, "Darling, you are not allowed to set anything on fire unless it is specifically something that we are fighting against. Those are people's homes."
She says, I know. And then at this point, the rumbling gets louder and louder. And then coming up from the ground, so he's 1, 2, 3. Yep, that guy is the biggest.
Cute.
He is.
We're all just like, aww.
Aww.
Yeah.
is the biggest creature you guys have ever seen. Kind of looks like that. So I guess it's kind of cute.
Okay.
Let's,
When it pops its head out, based on how big it is there any way, I could since this is my reasoning for asking if I can roll this. Zaitari's mom did grow up in Robur, so she might have known about purple worms, and she might have told Zaitari about purple worms and how big they can get in their various life stages and to avoid them at certain sizes. Is there any way I can roll a history check to see if I know
I'll give
what
you a
stage of life this is
I'll
in?
give you a history check.
Okay. No whammies, no whammies. Yes!
This, judging by its size, is a full-grown purple worm.
Oh, we fucked.
So yeah, yeah. I'd like everybody to roll initiative. The archers on the caravan are also going to roll initiative as well, and so are the sand warriors. Which
I gotta roll twice, just so you know. So I'm gonna have two numbers pop up, and I get the highest.
just so you know, each of these sand warriors count as 5 individuals. So it's just
Okay.
not the one. I just didn't want to put 5 tokens out there.
Yeah.
So
50
that
billion
means
tokens.
that both Bryn and I get what is the word I'm looking for? Advantage on initiative checks, right? Because we're within 30 feet of Raine.
Is that right?
Is that the warning bow thing?
Or yeah.
I'll put up again.
Actually,
and then
you know what? Never mind. I just scrolled up.
Yeah, you just can't be surprised, basically.
You
Okay.
can't be surprised if you get woken up automatically during combat.
Yeah. Alright.
All right. Never mind then. Sorry.
So
However, also Zaitari, with that check, I can also tell you that hiding is probably not gonna happen with this thing around.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Where is
Yeah.
her?
yeah, so my initiative is 15, not 3.
All right. I can 15, right? I would change that.
I yell out to everybody, it's an adult worm! Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Raine, don't try to hide. You're not going to be able to hide. Everybody just hit and run. Purple worms can also do, like, fire breath, right? Or am I thinking of something else?
No, but you know they have a really nasty stinger.
Okay. I
Did
tell
you get the
everybody
fire breath from the Adventure Zone?
Yeah, that's what I was that's what I was thinking of. I've never encountered purple worms besides like that, so that was what I was drawing it from. But
Purple worm.
If we can orchestrate it, I can try and banish it to give us a minute's head start running away from it.
oh yeah, that's all. But yeah, no, the best thing to do, like if we did banishment, we would just be able to have a surprise round on it as soon as it bammed back.
Just sync up the attacks, yeah.
That's what I did one time in a combat encounter. It was pretty cool. It's one of my favorite things. Banishing things and then attacking them when they came back. Or finding out that they were demons and then they didn't come back.
Alright, his initiative is going to be lower because he is a giant worm. Okay, descending. Alright, so Bryn sees the giant worm and is going to cast a thing once I go look at her spellbook. Cantrips. Sure, that'll work. So she is. Yep, she is in range. So she is just gonna cast a firebolt from the get-go. And that will hit for that much fire damage. Okay, and she's gonna be like, exit stage that way. Alright.
Suddenly Bryn turns into Snagglepuss. Exit stage right.
The archer, so just making sure they have enough space from, yep, they can all definitely get them, so that'll be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So, 7 wagons, alright, carry 1, 2, 3, so those will hit. 1, nope. 2, nope. 3, okay, those won't hit. And then last one. Alright, so 10 archers connect with the purple worm. With their longbows, that much damage. Okay. So times 10, times 10. No, times 10, no, times 5, so 40, 25, 65. Alright, you just see this wagon and this wagon over here just pelt this thing with arrows. Unfortunately, the other wagons weren't able to connect, but they do a good chunk of damage to that one. Okay. Raine.
Raine is going to sling the crawl blade out at it. And then run like a bitch. So, is this a difficult terrain? I mean, sand can be hard to run in, you know.
Let's not give ourselves any more disadvantages
Yeah.
when fighting this.
Okay,
And then our...
Alright. And Zaitari.
Well, me and Nenreen tied. What's your dex modifier? +2. Okay, yeah, mine is higher. By a whole 1. Shit. One act. Shit, it's concentration. I don't know what to do. Okay, here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
Did any of those arrows manage to hit near the creature's head?
Since there's 10 arrows, I'm gonna say a couple of them were able to hit the creature's head.
Okay. I'm gonna cast darkness on one of those arrows. Oh wait, no, that's right. It has tremor sense. Ah, never mind. Okay, there goes that idea.
Yeah, but if we don't move. It'll be fine.
Um,
Or we all get up on top of the caravan.
combat magic is just so bad. Okay. All right. Oh shit! It's concentration too. Okay. Nenreen, do you care if you lose your temporary hit points?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. All right. Let's hope this works.
Way to waste a spell, guys.
Well, it's only
Hmm.
oh, it's deal. I thought we were gonna be fighting a boule. Okay. I cast polymorph
Okay.
on the purple worm. It needs to make a wisdom save.
A wisdom save. All right. It's not very good at those.
Tilda,
Yes.
this would be a good time.
It has to beat a 16.
A good time for what?
It does not beat a 16.
Okay, it's transformed into a sheep.
Okay.
Classic.
So
Classic.
you
Classic.
guys transform the purple worm into a sheep.
I have the best follow-up for that, too.
It is
Like,
it is now where once a purple worm stood, there is a sheep.
Zaitari just like she kind of almost like closes her eyes and lets the beam of energy fly, and she looks and she's like, oh, it worked! Oh my god, it worked! Oh my god, it worked!
There is a sheep. He doesn't hear this. So yeah, it's lasts for an hour. Suddenly everybody just kind of the sand warriors and the archers look at this sheep.
I look at them and I say, don't hit it. Don't hit the sheep.
Don't touch it. I can make it go away.
And you kill the sheep, it will turn back into the purple worm. I shout this so the whole caravan can hear.
Okay. They just lower their bows. Okay. Did you want to do anything else?
Well, it's Nenreen next, so
Raine, would you like to do anything?
I'm going to move a little closer to it. Run far, far from here.
It's not just humanoids for this suggestion.
It's creatures.
Creatures.
Yeah, a creature you can see within
creature-
range.
It has to understand you. I don't think the sheep can understand you.
They can't understand me.
I
Well,
don't think sheep speak common. Or Elvish, or any of the other
And a purple
multiple
worm's intelligence
languages.
is also 5.
that you speak.
I can do my channel divinity and speak directly to its brain.
Okay. So it does not get a saving throw.
For my channel divinity, it does. It's for read thoughts.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it starts running the other way. Everybody just looks. All the caravan folks look baffled.
Okay, let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
Okay.
And now it's going to run as far as it can for 8 hours.
Well, and
Somewhere-
polymorphs back into a purple worm.
But
Or
it still
there-
keeps running.
Okay. Everybody, the sand warriors, the archers duck back into their wagons and start moving slowly back into a line towards the north.
Oh man, I am so happy I took polymorph now.
That was a good tag team.
All right, good job, everyone. Back in the wagon.
There's going to be a coyote that has a big surprise in about 45 minutes when it chases his feet down.
Oh man.
All right, and you guys continue north.
Derek's just like, God damn it.
I'm like, okay, this is all right.
She had a whole I'm sure she planned for that to take at least an hour.
Well, that just means we'll be getting to the target quicker.
Mm. Which I'm fine with, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying like an hour in, like out of game.
Oh no, yeah.
All right, and you guys, as quickly as possible, start heading north, as quickly as rhinosaurs can go.
By the way, how many hours did I get to read the book, the tome, the first day?
The first day, you guys probably headed out around. So I will give you. They probably traveled for 8 hours. So
Okay.
you're at 15, I believe, right now.
Yep.
Okay. And you continue north. Min, is still very adrenaline rushed, is running around the wagon.
I'm sure that kid is just asking me thousands of questions as to how that happened.
Pretty much. I mean, you're the one who turned it into a sheep, so he's like, "How did you do that? Can you do it again? Can you turn me into a sheep?"
I cast minor illusion just around the shape of his doll to make it look like a sheep.
He said, "Awesome!" Okay, and you guys go out, um, rest for the night around 6-ish. It was 1 when you guys started the rumbling, so add another 5 hours to that.
Thank you.
And actually, Deg comes up to you, Zaitari,
Mm-hmm.
and shakes your hand, thanking you for your quick thinking, and Nenrin's quick thinking as well. I appreciate it. I heard one of the caravans actually lost a wagon or two to a purple worm recently, so I'm very thankful that no lives were lost today.
Yes. Honestly, I'm just shocked and extremely happy that it worked because I really did not want to try to have to actually fight that thing. So, it just, yes, it all worked out in the end. So, no problem.
Indeed. Recently, I've heard rumors that the purple worms have been coming further and further south because of uh, their food supply is getting. Something's happening to their food supply or something or another. So,
What do they feed on?
anything. They're ravenous. Usually, they're found in subterranean cities, such as places in the Underdark. But I've heard recently that there's been a lot of trouble in Daidar, the place, the entrance to the Underdark. Um, a lot of things are happening. It's just rumors here and there of a madness and a disease. Nothing too much I know, but it could be the reason they're being driven south. If maybe they sense their food supply is getting tainted somehow or some way.
Well, that certainly doesn't sound very good. Well, all we can hope, I guess, is that it doesn't spread much further outside of the Underdark. I feel like I've heard Daidar before. Does that have something to do with that Slave King fellow? Or is that somewhere else he has his base of operations?
Daidar, Deg says, is north of Nanlair and Dorenethil, the Elven lands. It is the domain, more or less, of was given to the Drow a long time ago.
Oh,
And
okay.
underneath
I'm
Daidar is the Underdark.
Completely different continent then.
No, don't worry. It's I don't know too much about the place, only that it's barren, corrupted, all kinds of things because of the drought influence. But I'm I'm hoping the nastiest thing that comes out of there, well, the goddamn thing you turned into a sheep today. So
Well, it's going to turn back into a purple worm, so it's not completely dealt with.
yeah, how
But
yeah
we are safe, so
yeah.
yay.
I do feel bad for where it ends up, though.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. But we don't need to worry about that now. So, uh, I'm just gonna get some. I'm just gonna tell Sand Hunters to get some rest, and by the end of tomorrow, you guys should be going your separate ways. Um, where are you guys going? Your employer didn't tell me that. Not that it's any of her business, and not that you have to tell me either. Just curious.
Oh, nowhere important. We're just looking for some weird artifacts.
Ah, eccentric, eccentric employer, I assume?
You could say that, yes.
Yeah. Uh, well, good luck on your journey. I mean, with your luck, you'll probably be fine.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right. Um, you see Min and you guys see Min and a few other people, a few other kids playing, sorcerer turning the purple worm into a sheep.
Oh man. I've started something apparently.
Yes, yes, you have.
Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. Since it's the end of the day anyways, I cast major image to turn to show the image of a big purple worm. It just takes up a 20 by 20 foot cube.
Okay.
Like I'll have it just chase the kids around.
Okay.
And it'll instead of roaring, it'll baa like a sheep.
The children are delighted.
Wonderful.
A few of the silence are a little wary, but the handlers are able to calm them down. Okay, so you guys, the night goes without incident, and the next day, you again, and it's a routine by the third day. Pack up and head out, and by 3 o'clock, so from 6 to 3, row. That's how many hours?
Thank you.
Guys, you have. Deg on Sayonara back trots over to your wagon and says, "Well, this is where you guys will be headed off. You guys want to go east, I guess. We're going west towards Padlock and Pathright. Is there anything you guys need? Some extra water, perhaps, before we send you on your way?"
God, yes, that would be wonderful. Gods, yes.
Considering we went into the desert, did Zaitari get her alchemy jug back?
Yeah, Zaitari
Okay.
takes out her alchemy jug and just goes chunk chunk, and you could just hear water sloshing in the inside. I think we're fine.
Right.
But
All right.
it never helps to have some extra.
She signals one of the warriors and points to one of the wagons, who in a few minutes brings a few water skins for you guys of water. Also, there is a small basket of dried dates that she also gives to you as well for the road.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, darling.
No, thank you. Thanks to your companions. Well, we're gonna be headed off. You guys stay safe out there.
You as well.
And they start heading off towards the west. So from here, Tamaran is actually... there it is. Tamaran is a half-day's journey. So...
I'm hopping on my broom and still reading.
I assume it's going at a slow enough pace that you'll be fine. Alright.
One of us just keeps our hand, like, on for, like, one end of the broom is just, like, guiding it along.
Like walking a bicycle.
Yeah, basically.
Alright. And you walk for a little while. Can everybody make survival checks?
Sure.
Just give me 1 second.
Hey, that's not bad.
Not so much.
Checkable trades, don't fail me now. Yeah.
Good job, man. See, you all expected to be Tilda complaining about sweating in the heat and like, oh, it's so long, it's such a journey.
Tilda can prestidigitate herself to be cool.
You're fine on the damn
There,
broom.
yeah.
Shut up.
She has a climate-controlled bubble around her head.
Okay, Nenrine and Zaitari, you and Tilda, you, even while reading a book, you, judging where the sun is and the description of the landmarks Alexandria told you on how to find Tamaran, you figure that you guys should reach the place in maybe 3 hours at this point. You've been traveling for about 2 already, so you're on the right path. About 3 hours later, you see what looks like small abodes in the distance and figure this must be the place. And lo and behold, there is a sign on your way that points to Tamaran, 10 miles that way. So, when you enter the town, there are a few patrolmen, but they look like more seasoned townsfolk that seen one or two, a little bit of combat, nothing military worthy. Most of the people here are, so, the town is self-sufficient. There is actually a few places in this area that are constructed out of wood. And as you get closer to the structures and the plain fence around the area, you realize it's driftwood, and there is a slight salty breeze that comes in from the east. So you guys are fairly close to the ocean at this point. The majority of the town is made of humans, it looks like. A good portion dwarves, and actually, to your surprise, more half orcs than you guys were expecting. It is a very decent mix for a Roburian village. So it is about, you left the caravan and around, so...
I was about to say, it was 5 hours when we left,
So
when we got to the 10-mile to Tamaran mark.
Yeah, so it's about early evening, maybe 6, 7 o'clock at this point.
Okay.
And yeah.
So it was like 6 hours.
Yep, another
of
6
travel
hours.
after that. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
I am completing that 48 hours at a pretty good clip.
but it's a very small town. Is there anywhere you guys are looking for in particular?
I would imagine an inn for sleeping.
Okay.
An inn or Uncle Basil's house.
Okay.
But Tilda's... That's kind of what she said. An inn or Uncle Basil's house, darling. Flip.
Yes, we know you're still reading.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Since this town
Fascinating.
is pretty small, there isn't really a proper inn here. There is a drinking establishment, and they do have a few rooms, but it's more for people who get really intoxicated and can barely walk home. You inquire about Uncle Basil's place, and a couple of them tell you that Uncle Basil is over yonder there, not too far away. He actually is in charge of a Uncle Basil. Here it is. He owns a general store at the edge of town. Well, not the edge of town, in the middle of town. Not the edge. Middle, yes, middle. So you go there, and it's a modest home. Knock on the door, and when the door opens, there is a older man with a balding head, liver spots on the top of his head, a very large nose that is a little red at the tip, and currently he is holding a pipe in his hand. When the doors opens, he says, "Well, visitors. Hello there. How can I help you folk?"
Hello there, darling. We're... Alexandria sent us.
"Oh, Lexi sent you. Come in. He throws the door wide open, invites you inside, and it's a small bow. There are a couple chairs around a large wooden table. It looks like he had just been reading when you guys had knocked on the door. Please take a seat. Nods to each one of you as you come in. So
I'll finally put the book down.
okay.
Rub my eyes.
All right, Basil's the name. So you guys are here for the temple entrance, is that right?
I believe so, yes, darling.
Well, I can definitely help you with that. We can probably go in the morning. Alexandria pays me every year to make sure that nobody in town goes into that place. But I can take you guys in the morning. But could I? Where are my manners? Can I offer you lovely young ladies a drink, water, maybe some? I think I have some ale in the back somewhere. Something to eat, maybe.
Refreshments would be wonderful, darling. And, do you have any recommendations on a place we can retire for the night?
He puffs out. He thoughtfully puffs on his pipe. Let me think. Well, we usually don't have visitors here too often, so yeah, you could probably either you could make camp outside. Usually the folk don't mind much. Sam, he mentions, is an armorer. He's got the biggest tent in the place, so he could probably let you guys sleep there. I also have a small stable in back. Or you can, you're more than happy to set up a sleeping area in this area, I could always push the table out of the way. We don't really have a proper inn to speak of around here. But let me go get your drinks and some food for you, young ones. And he goes to the back, and a few minutes later he sets out a couple pints and
Before we keep going, really quick, while he was talking, can I do an insight check?
yeah, sure. What are you
Okay.
trying to gander?
He seemed hospitable at first, and then his tone kind of changed after we asked him about staying somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just trying to see if, like, maybe he's offended, or if he's like, oh no, we normally don't have visitors, like if he's just worried and like feels bad, or if there's like ulterior motives, the reasons why he doesn't want to.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
And after he goes in the back, I look around at everyone and I go, I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm not sleeping in a stable.
Okay,
I don't
got
care
a
about the rest of
natural 20.
Yeah,
so...
I know. Wow.
Yeah. He's more he's friendly, but you kind of get the sense that he feels bad that he can't really offer a proper place for you guys to stay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's more or less it. He's thinking really hard about it, but can't think of any place that's adequate.
Could always stay in the hut.
Yeah. That was kind of Tilda's plan, was preferably somewhere inside.
Or
But
Tilda's tiny hut.
and Tilda's tiny hut.
Ting. You just smile and like there's a little glint every time you say it.
Come on down to Tilda's tiny hut.
He comes back and puts the ale and some dried fruit and some hard cheeses and some like flatbread for you guys. It's been a while since this town has visitors. Nobody likes to come here too much. We're just quiet, sweet, sleepy, so that's why we don't have proper inn. Don't think they'd make much money, to be honest. It's strange though. We do have your basic commies. We got the leather worker, the butcher, things of that. So it's nice up here if you're looking for a place to settle down.
Yes, it seems lovely, darling.
I'm really sorry. Tilda's just sorry, not Tilda. Flora has been busy diving into this book lately. It's taken a lot of her energy.
It has indeed, yes.
Lots of research and such.
I'd really like to get to bed. So if it's not too much of an imposition, darling, I think staying in here would be best.
No, I invited you. You're more than welcome to stay. Just make yourselves at home and welcome to Uncle Basil's, I guess.
Welcome to Uncle Basil's
Yeah.
living room emporium.
I'll just cast the tiny hut, which should like move all the furniture. Really, it should.
All of a sudden, Uncle Basil's just like smushed up against the wall, like. I wasn't expecting this when I invited you inside.
He's like, okay. He kind of just wiggles towards a doorway. All right. Well, if you need anything, just wake me up.
Wake me up inside. Sorry.
Wake me up.
I would have gone with "Wake Me Up" before you go.
Big go. Yeah.
No, I thought of what Ro thought of. Can't wake up.
I'll be going to I will be going to Statia's bakery in the morning to pick up some bread. So, That'll be breakfast. So I'll see you guys in the morning. You see him try to maneuver his way um, towards his into the back of the house.
Thank you, darling.
No problem.
And all right, good night, everyone. Just roll
Well-
out my bedroll.
Okay, well, good night. Tilda, since we're in the tiny hut. Well, Raine, I don't know about you, but I'm not tired. Do you want to go drinking?
We should definitely do a little reconnaissance. That would be the smart thing to do, right?
I agree. See what the local color's like.
Absolutely. Cross-cultural exchange.
Yes, I give her a wink.
So basically, this is going to be Raine and Zaitari do Tamaran.
Before we do Tamaran, Mallory needs to do some water, so I'm gonna go grab a drink really quick, so I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
Break time.
And KK and I are left. Or
Just
maybe not.
all by ourselves.
Yeah. God, I'm exhausted. Like, I'm genuinely tired, so playing Tilda as tired is
Not a big stretch at the moment.
not a
huh?
big stretch, no.
I think everyone's feeling a little under the weather today too. I've got a little bit of a headache, but not enough to stop.
Mm.
Because I got to sleep early last night because usually after Critical Role I stay up for a few hours, but I was just like so emotionally drained I
Yeah.
went to sleep. And then I slept like most of the day.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I really did not expect to be I ugly cried, like sobbing. I was
Really?
like, I did, yeah.
Like,
I'm an
I
emotional.
gasped. I was definitely like, and like, oh my god. Oh my god. You know?
I
And
think
like,
it
I'm
was
looking at
more
Marisha, who's looking at Matt,
Yeah.
like, I have to go home with you.
again.
Again! This! What is this?
I don't get the accusations of murder hoboing because it totally makes sense to do what they did, but at the same time,
No, I
it
mean,
was just so perfect it went together, you know?
like,
It worked out.
they're in a hostile area. It makes sense that, you know, they're just going to try to take out as many of what they assume will be Vecna's soldiers as soon as possible. You know what I mean?
Oh man, Critical Role theory crafting.
No, we're
Yeah,
just
no.
talking about how I cried like a little bitch.
Yeah, I got really close, mostly because I was listening to it while I was at work, and I was not expecting that to happen. So basically, I just had to pause it and like give myself a second to like breathe, and like my face was just in my hands. I'm like, oh my god, this is not a good time for this right now. Oh my god.
I mean, I didn't cry. I gasped. I felt like horrified at what had been done, but I was like, oh my god. Just like, oh my god.
Yeah, like it wasn't like sad, like it wasn't gonna be like sad tears. It was just like shock and anger,
Yeah.
kind of like upset tears, like that kind of thing.
All the
Like,
above.
I definitely thought it was an illusion at first.
Oh, I
definitely
figured they
thought
were
it was
real
an illusion.
because like those hits landed.
Oh,
The thing that really got me was Sam saying, "Is that my
Is
baby?"
that my baby girl? Is that my baby girl?
I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
Oh, yeah.
no.
Yeah, I was crying more for Scanlan, and then only later did I realize that, if people point out, this is the second time Percy would have seen her
Yeah.
filled with arrows, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. I hadn't even thought about that. Man.
Yeah, I think Percy's
You're welcome.
like, we have something we need to focus on more, so he's just like, I need to block this out and not think about it, or I'm not going to be able to keep going.
Yeah, that's the kind of person that Percy is. That like,
Yeah.
and it's like a cold rage, you know, like that's kind of what builds inside him. Like it makes him shut down when he gets upset like that. You know, he shuts down. He kind of
You go into panic mode, but it's a different kind of panic. It's not panic.
yeah, it's not really panic. It's just
It's
like
get shit done mode. Get shit done mode.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, sorry.
Nope, that's okay. I have a
Where?
kitty in my lap now.
Which one?
Ketchup.
Hi, Ketchup.
Yeah, he's mastered the silent meow, which is I don't know where he got that from.
How do you silently meow?
Like he instead of meowing, he just opens his mouth like he is meowing, and he just looks at you.
Oh, okay.
You know, he's
Yeah. Yeah, our one cat will do that too. But she won't, like, she'll meow just very slightly. She'll go like, eh, eh, and that's it. She never meows. I've never heard that cat meow. But if she wants attention, like if she really wants you to pet her, she'll like go, eh, at you. It's so
Aw.
weird. It's super cute too because she never makes a sound, but like if she wants attention, like in one of her safe spots, she'll make that noise and be like, "Pet me."
That's
Like-
so nice. All right.
All right. So
Anyway.
Zaitari and Raine are going on the night of out on town. Out of town.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever that expression's called, because
Painting the town red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So it's early evening, so the place to be around early evening would be the Driftwood Tavern. It's really the only local drinking spot in town. And when you get there, there is a very actually beautiful sign. It's carved out of driftwood, but it looks like it was carved out of a piece of driftwood that used to be part of a stump. So there are these lovely roots. There are these lovely roots that emerge from the top of the sign and carved onto the sign itself. It says Driftwood Tavern. When you enter the establishment, it's a rather nice place. The entirety of the establishment has decorative shells, a modest furnishings, and there is a fairly active crowd inside. It looks like some people who are tradesmen are playing darts. A couple folks casually drinking, talking with each other. There is an older man behind the bar just serving drinks with a handlebar mustache. That's curled at the ends and a bald head. And when he notices you enter the establishment, he smiles and nods and goes back to serving drinks to the locale.
Or should we start? Drinks, darts? Get the game going?
Let's start with some drinks first. And if you want to have some fun, you can feign some drinks and play some darts, and we'll see how much money we can make.
Ah, that sounds like a plan.
Like, at least one, just to make it seem like you're drinking, and then we'll switch to something a bit lighter. And you're a bit more skilled with your hands and doing fine detailed work than I am.
That's what they all say.
Alright, so I imagine we both approached the
Older
bar
gentleman.
top.
Okay. The gentleman behind the bar says, "Greetings. My name's Horton. Nice to meet you. I've don't believe I've ever seen you around here before.
No, we are just some wary travelers passing through.
Ah, you've come to the right place to have a rest. Is there anything in particular I can get you? Wine, ale, something a little stronger?
I'll go for whatever you have that's your specialty, I suppose. If you don't have one of those, then whatever you have that's strong.
All right. Well, I don't know how you'd feel about this. So, up in these
Oh, those are
parts-
always the best drinks. So,
It's an excellent lead in, Horton.
Up in these parts, we make a liquor, very similar to a liquor that you would find with one of those weird little worms in it. But instead of using the worm they have in that type of spirit, we have a stonefish egg inside. It brings out the flavor of this spirit.
that
Um,
sounds very interesting.
A little taste of the sea, so to speak.
Exactly. I guess the locals will tell you, and they usually only have it during special occasions. But we got some new folks in town, so I think that's special enough for us. And you see a few men and women at the end of the bar, kind of nod and smile, and when he says that, um, Horton goes beneath the bar and he takes out this clear a bottle full of clear liquid and what looks like a small egg sac inside. And he pours a couple of shots. He says, "First two are on the house." He sets the bottle down.
Well,
You know,
thank
pick it
you
up
for
and
that.
kind of give it just a whiff. Is just like an alcoholic smell to it, or
Yeah, it's smells strong. There is a slight sea breezy smell to it. Weirdly enough.
Interesting. Well, Zaitari raises her glass, looks at Raine.
clink
Clink. Do the
down the
shot.
hatch.
It goes down. It's very strong. It's pretty much moonshine in these parts, so very strong. There is a slight salty, seaweedy aftertaste, but it's not overbearing, and it's not bad. Not bad. Probably better as a mixer, but not too bad. And doesn't knock you off your feet or anything.
Whew, you weren't kidding. That's definitely interesting.
You put that in a coconut-based drink.
Oh, that's a very good idea.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. Horton is, stroking his mustache at this point. I'll have to think about that next time we get a shipment of if we can get a shipment of coconuts from up the coast at some point or down the coast. Whoever comes first once the slave
Or
king
they just go
business.
flying by.
You okay there, miss?
So it's good, but a little strong, but good.
All right. We have some lovely Zinfandel or a rosé if you just want to wash that down. Would you like anything to eat, or you're all good?
I believe some food to go with some drinks would be a good idea. I'll switch to ale, but I would also like another shot of that as
Alright.
well.
All right. Well, another shot of that will just cost you 1 silver.
That's fine.
But he brings out a platter of, he goes in the kitchen, brings out a platter of what looked like very small dried fish, like very tiny dried fish that are meant to be eaten, like not by the handful, but by every couple. Looks like they were dried in the sun, and there's like a thin layer of salt on it. He also brings in a local delicacy, some sea grapes. They're like You could think of them as tapioca pearls, but there is a slight saltiness when you bite into them. And for something sweet, he has some dried dates, which look like they're local from this area. Well, if you need anything, just give me a holler. At this point, he looks beyond you two, and he says, "Huh, y'all might be in a little luck." And he points, and there is an old woman in a shawl, in a black shawl. She comes walking slowly in. Zalandra's here tonight. She's our local. She's got a fortune tent that she sets up every once in a while in the marketplace. You know, a little bit of fun.
See how the rest of our trip is fated to go?
Yeah, sounds very interesting.
And he also points out, and if you want to get talking about the town or anything, there's Tim Thurman. He's actually the local blacksmith around here, and he points to a. Sitting down, he looked normal size, but now standing up and going to the counter and getting a drink is a very large half orc. Who doesn't have much hair on his head anymore, and has two large protruding tusks from his mouth. Not too large, but enough to be noticeable. And there's Tin Thurman. So but everybody
Tin. Okay.
Yeah. But everybody here calls him just Tin. Thurman.
Oh my god, I got it right.
There's Zalandra, there's Tim Thurin over there. If you want to talk to anybody else, he's here too. And he points over to a individual in the corner drinking by himself. That's Morley. He's one of them. He's trying to set up a magic shop in town, but not too many people are really keen on that.
You said Morley?
Morley. Morley.
Okay.
Yeah, he just strolled into town not too long ago. Wants to start a magic shop, and anybody could set up shop around here, but it's just, I don't know. Something about him just catches me the wrong way.
Okay, I think I got everybody that was named in the tavern. Yay! So what about these darts that you have over here?
Pastime. There's a target, and the closer you get to the target, the more points you score. And some of the guys and gals like to make wagers on how good their aim is. Simple game for simple folk like us. And we usually, if you don't have good hand-eye coordination, cards, dice, usually somebody will be up for playing, betting around these quiet parts.
Oh, well, sounds like we can certainly have a good time tonight then. Right, Danica? So...
We can't hear you.
Yeah,
KK,
it's lighting up,
talking.
but
Yeah.
it's not actually doing anything. She's like, God damn it.
Probably. Though, I'd like to say, nice use of her fake name. Like, I think that's the first time you've used somebody's fake name the first time and not, their real name.
I'm getting very slowly better at it.
Just in time for us to go back to Leona.
Not yet.
We can hear you.
We got it.
Okay, just plugged it in. Didn't like being wireless. Sounds like we got a full night ahead of us then.
Yes, it does. Shall we find a table? Start on our drinks and then figure out where to go from there then?
Yeah. Let's take a seat and I imagine new people in town attract some attention, but is anyone paying any particular attention to us?
I mean, when you first walked into the establishment, there were a few eyes that looked up to see who was coming in. But other than that, no. I mean, there are no glares or anything of the like. They seem fairly friendly and
Nothing
hospitable.
untoward.
No. The only negative thing you've heard was about Morley actually tonight.
And Morley was human, or
Morley, you take a second glance in, he appears to be human. Yeah, he's just in the corner drinking by himself.
And then Tin is a half-orc. What about the Zalandra woman who walked in?
She's also human as well. Older
Okay.
human woman. Looks like
Okay.
she's in her late 60s, early 70s.
Okay. Sorry for the typing.
Nope, that's okay.
1 second. There we go. Got it. Okay. So as we sit down and begin drinking and eating, Zaitari will take her next shot, and then we'll lay off for a little bit, get some food in her before switching to the ale that she has.
Okay.
So, Danica, we rarely have a chance to talk. Why don't you tell me a bit about yourself? I can tell you a bit about myself. I don't mind.
oh, of course, go first. You know I'm shy.
Oh yes, so shy with the ladies, as I've seen on many occasions when we've walked into taverns, just stumbling over your words.
You have it true.
Big grin on Zaitari's face. So, how has your time been while we had our little bit of an off time in the city? I would see you around the oh god damn it.
Broad-laid bear.
Broad-laid bear, yeah. My notes are all over the place. I would see you in the Broad-laid bear occasionally. I didn't go there much when I was spending my nights entertaining myself.
Oh, it was a lot of hard work. Potion making takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, and one little mistake, you gotta start all over again.
Yes. Things like that are very finicky.
But how's it been for you? I know we lost a friend or two during our last few months. Nothing too hard, I imagine.
No, not really. It's actually been nice traveling with other people, especially another group of mostly women. I'd been on my own for quite a number of years before joining up with you guys, so it's been nice, at least. Certainly more dangerous than when I was on my own, but not really many complaints so far.
Yes, more backup is always nice to have, but more ways for things to go wrong, it seems. But it's always interesting.
Yes, it's definitely always that.
I certainly never encountered a hippogriff on fire before in any of my travels.
As you guys are chatting, there is a loud, "Ah, shit! Look out!" And there is a dart that lands in the center of your table, and a very sheepish looking man saying, I'm so sorry about that. My hand slipped. Sorry. Um,
Oh,
I,
that was close.
sorry.
I pick up the dart. Like, pretty difficult to throw, huh? I
I'm,
bet you I could do better than that, though.
so just by looking at this young man, he is very intoxicated. Probably why the dart went this way instead of towards the target. He says, them are slippery things, and you think you can do better, huh?
Oh, I'm sure he was just distracted by the sight of two beautiful women sitting by themselves.
Oh,
Do you think you could show us how to play?
Yes, we're both
Wow.
quite unfamiliar. We've been looking at the board ever since we came in, and it seems like a very curious game.
he's like, and he now that he's come up to you guys and you're talking to him, he blushes slightly and says, "Well, I can show you." And you hear from a small group near back where closer where to the darts were. He's like, "Oi, Ian, you coming back?" And Ian's like, he's like, and his friend's like, walks over. I'm sorry, ladies. Is my friend bothering you?
Oh no, it's quite all right. He just came over to apologize.
Had a little too much to drink, did you, Ian? And Ian's like, leave me alone. Ein, and Ein claps him on the back. Were you two ladies interested in playing?
A game and a drink to apologize? That would be most generous.
Ian, you should definitely give them a round for their trouble. And Ian's like, all right, yeah, I was, yep. Um, Ian was like, yeah, that's actually a good idea. Um, I winks at you, Raine. Um, and
I smile back.
he signals for Horton to bring a couple drinks over. In the meantime, while Horton's getting that done, says Ein, come on, we'll just we'll teach you how to play. And takes the dart that Ian has the dart and brings it back. And you get introduced to Ian and Ein are brothers. Ein is the older one. And
Of course they are.
also at the table, no, not the table, with the group, he introduces you to a woman named Sally. She is one of the local seamstresses in town. And they teach you, it's just darts,
Mhm.
pretty much.
As me and Raine get up from the table and the two men aren't looking at us, I just place my hand on her shoulder. Like I just give her like a light pat on the back, and I cast Enhance Ability and give her Cat's Grace. You have advantage on dexterity checks for an hour.
Sweet.
Sally says, "So, are we playing for coin or what? Or are we just playing for drinks again? Because I don't think Ian could take any more, drinks." And Ian's like,
You can't have any more drinks.
In one of my games that I play in, the Seamstresses Guild is a front for
A prostitution guild, or
Yep.
yeah, yeah. That's what I'm asking.
Oh, man.
funny.
Spelling, obviously.
Yeah, we got the gist though.
But well, let's start out with, person who gets closest to the center says, Sally, in 3 rounds gets, I guess, how much you willing to bet tonight, boys? And Ian's like, I got a couple extra silver on me, and Ian's like, I don't, fine, I'll put in like 2 silver, and Sally will she puts in a gold piece actually. And Sally looks over at you, Raine, and Zaitari. How much you two putting in? Or are both of you playing, or just one of you?
I'm good for playing.
Alright.
Well, I'll go with 2 silver for now. First round and all.
Okay, no problem.
I'll do 2 silver as well.
Alright, you two. She puts in a gold. Okay.
Started low.
So Sally confidently goes first for her first round and gets to the ring, like the ring before the center of the target. And, she does, and the boys go, and he's intoxicated. Yeah, the boys aren't doing better. She's the closest after the round. You guys want to do some dexterity checks?
Yeah, sure.
It was closest after 3 rounds of tosses.
And you have advantage with because of Cat's Grace.
Just an unskilled dex check.
Yep, just an unskilled dex check.
No proficiency.
Technically, darts are simple weapons in the player's guide. So I give you proficiency since you do have proficiency with simple weapons.
Yeah, I'm proficient with darts. I remember that was mentioned, so I'll just say it's basically like a dex save.
Yeah,
I'm
pretty much.
proficient with darts.
Darts.
Darks.
Right. Do 1,
Oh, wow.
2,
And 3.
okay.
Those are all with your proficiency
Yeah.
bonus.
Not
You
a
really
check.
need to,
I
right?
should do that as a check. Oops. What am I doing? It's in the oh yeah, down there in skills. I always forget where it is. So what is our proficiency bonus at this level?
3.
3. Yeah, so like your dex save, if you're proficient in dexterity saving throws, which I think you should be because you're a rogue.
Yeah.
It's basically the same thing. Hot shit.
Wow. All right, so
Didn't even need it.
so technically Raine wins because
but I'm going to try and play some like the first one will probably actually be the closest, and the other 2 will be farther away.
All right. So actually, Zaitari wins because her last roll with proficiency, is
You guys
lower
went
than
6.
her lowest. Yeah. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8. We'll round it up to like 2 gold pieces even.
Sure.
Yep. So you win the pot.
Drop in the bucket.
You sure you haven't played before, Seraphina? I thought I got lucky on that first one.
Why, no, actually, I haven't. Now, the people I used to travel with, played a similar game, but not with something on the wall, so maybe that's where my skill's coming from. Lawn darts. I was thinking more cornhole.
Core what?
Cornhole? You don't know cornhole?
I don't know.
Oh man, that's played at like literally every graduation party, picnic, and just gathering of people that I've ever been to. But then
Yeah.
again, one of my family friends, well, one of my mom's family friends, they are obsessed with cornhole, so that might be coloring my perception of the game.
Yeah.
So.
It's pretty much a tilted box with holes in it that you throw bean bags into.
Oh, okay, that I know.
Okay. Beanbag toss.
Beanbag toss, yeah. Okay. Sorry about that.
Yeah, the first time I heard the name cornhole, it kind of threw me too. I was like, what?
Mhm.
Yeah, because we called it beanbag toss in school, so totally understandable.
I would have understood that. But cornhole, I'm like,
What?
huh?
So why does it? Do we know why it has the name cornhole? Like, are the bean bags filled with corn kernels instead or something?
If I would have any guess, it might be because the boards had the hole in them because that's where corn used to be placed into them, like to put them in somewhere. I don't know. Either that or maybe the beanbags had corn kernels in them, which makes a lot more sense to me personally, but I have no idea.
Okay. So you guys, play darts with them. You learned that Sally is one of two seamstresses in town that just do repairs on clothing for the local laborers. Ian and Ein, they work at Sam's armory. Uh, a dwarven another blacksmith in town who specializes in farming equipment. And it's generally a sleepy town. They talk about, they have your basic stables, and every once in a while if somebody wants to take a vacation, they go out to the ocean, which is not too much of a hike towards the east. They do mention that
Any local legends or local stories that, get told?
Ein says that there's supposed to be a treasure in a mountain nearby. There, local legend has it that one of the previous warlords had come here to hide something from his fellow man and went into a mountain, placed his treasure there, came back out. That's about it. But Sally says there is a one more. It's more of a folk tale. The folk tale is that this area used to be a place for rich nobility to hide away, to get away from their problems. And that this town was actually rumored to have been built on some ruins. What race built those ruins? Nobody really knows. But the special thing about this town is ancient burial. The special thing about this town is that in certain months you can actually see a blue full moon, and one of the few places in the country that you can actually see one. Maybe it's a thing with the refracting the light in the area. Sally's not really sure.
Oh, that sounds very interesting. When does that occur next?
Usually the blue moon appears October, December, and January. So October would probably be your closest bet if you're in the area at some point.
Does that line up with the next time when we're going to have to be in the glass desert?
In October, yes. That's
Okay.
gonna line up.
Okay. Zaitari just like stands there, like thinking for a second. She goes, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll definitely have to come back then. It sounds like a very interesting natural occurrence.
Sally says it's actually quite beautiful, and we used to have a lot of visitors who would come by and just take a look at the moon when they were on their way to the north. Unfortunately, because of the slave king to the west, we haven't gotten as many visitors as in the past. But not that we got that many in the first place. It's a little sleepy town. But yeah, that's about it. So you guys, chit chat with Sally, Ian, and Ian, play some more darts. Um, just have a
Can we
generally
do
good
more
time.
betting?
Yeah.
Okay.
How many games you guys want to play? I mean, they're willing to go. They're the younger crowd, so they're willing to go like late. Sometimes they'll also offer, if you have cards if you want to play, or if you want, Ian has a Go set back at home. He can bring that over. It's not too far of a walk for him.
They just keep playing darts. Don't want to clean them out, but yeah, get them around for their money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright.
They seem like nice people. We can't just say that they're randoms anymore. Like, just screw them out of all they have.
All right. Let me get dex checks from Raine and Zaitari, and I'll let you know how much you guys win for the night.
Okay. And how many? Just 1, 2?
Yeah, just 1, 2. I'm just basing this off of one roll at this point.
Okay. Yeah, of course I roll shit now.
Raine wins 4 more gold by the end of the night.
Rolling in it.
Yep, Sally almost beat you, but she rolled altogether 24. So, but you do notice, Zaitari and Raine, you do notice Sally is pretty good at at dart throwing. Especially more so than the boys. So, she could have a little more extra training on her side previously.
Do a lot of work with your hands, I suppose, and as a seamstress.
Zaitari just sighs.
Sally smiles. Of course I do a lot of work with my hands, but I used to be a knife thrower at a carnival in my younger years. So I think that's where I guess the skill translates very well to darts.
Oh. Oh, then you might, no, I don't want to do that, do I? Yeah, I'm going to do that. I pull out the,
The crawl blade?
Yep.
Oh, God.
You might appreciate. And I pull out the crawl blade, and,
Spins it.
Anything to get the girl, right?
Anything to impress the ladies.
Yep. And, I'll try to use it to knock off the darts that are still stuck in the board.
Okay.
Great, now they're not balanced because you just knocked off the tips.
Not with the sharp edge, just with the... And I'll use lucky if I have to.
Alright, go ahead.
Where? Oh, there's your turn. Yeah, I'm reusing that. Let's roll that.
Man, there was no cat's grace and no luck helping you this time.
They
Oh,
they-
man.
they-
Wait. No, I have advantage. What did I?
Oh wait, yeah, that's dexterity checks. You're trying to actually like throw this weapon.
I get to roll another one because of elven accuracy, another d20, because I can re-roll one d20.
Do it.
Son of a bitch! Anytime I have advantage. Okay. Son of a bitch,
my
fine.
God.
It only took 4 rolls.
You should have just accepted it.
Not bad.
No, she needs to get in this woman's pants. Don't you
Apparently.
understand? It has to happen. It has to happen in every town.
Yep,
Just
there's a list. Check.
There's just one woman in every town who's like, oh yeah, that girl was nice.
Oh yeah, that girl.
Sally's like, not bad. Very nice weapon you have there too. I haven't seen anything like it before, actually. May I take a look at it?
Would you like to touch it?
I knew that was going there.
Okay,
Oh my God.
while Raine is busy like flirting this girl's pants off, I'm gonna go.
Flirt with the brothers. Flirt with the brothers.
Yeah, for a little bit I will, but then I wanted to go
No.
talk to
I mean, most guys are probably paying attention to Raine and the girl anyways.
yeah. I was gonna go talk to what's his name? Morley, the guy who's just came into town.
Okay. He's in the corner drinking by himself. He's
Yeah.
probably
We can get to me after
Okay.
Raine's done. But I just wanted to say what I was gonna go do while this was happening.
Sally says it's a beautiful craftsmanship. Very well balanced actually for its shape.
Yeah, it's go ahead, give it a throw.
All right. You're so kind.
Raine is stabbed in the heart and killed.
I was gonna say that thing's she's never seeing that again.
She weighs the blade in her hands a little bit, and then she is able to actually throw it with some proficiency and doesn't knock any. Well, the darts are all knocked off at this point, but doesn't hit anybody in the head with it or stab anybody by accident.
boy.
But it lands next to the onto the target, not to the center, off to the side a little bit. And she's like, "It's very nice, beautiful," and she hands it back to you, Raine. So, do you wield weapons like that, or I mean, you must have started out with something a little more.
A little more, less ostentatious, shall we say?
Mm-hmm.
Knife work, nice needles, preferred, and Raine just pulls out one of the plain throwing knives. I'm sure this is something similar to what you used to work with.
She takes it, looks at it, just checks its balance. Yeah, I mean, very standard stuff I'd use to throw at the carnival. And she begins talking about, knives in her carnival days with you.
So, like, this whole time, like, I've been kind of watching her. She said carnival. Is there just anything a sense, just because, yeah, I worked in a carnival too. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It's not what she says.
Roll an insight check.
Only a 12.
You do get the sense that the carnival was more for a front for something. Definitely, but other than asking her outright, you're not sure for what.
Okay.
But yeah, it was more than the carnival, of course.
Definitely make sure I have my my purse at the end of the night kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. And you guys chit chat about that. Zaitari, you go towards Morley after leaving Raine and
Yeah.
her
After I
potential
find my
conquest.
exit with the boys when they are just not paying attention.
So as you get closer to this individual, you realize that he's not human. He's actually half elf. The hair was covering the ear, so he looked human from a distance.
Okay.
He is sitting there with a drink. Looks like he is writing something in a little moleskin. And when you approach, he looks up at you, gently shuts the moleskin shut and says, "Ah, a visitor. Can I help you, miss?"
I brought over my drink and also another of whatever he's drinking and place it down in front of him. Well, from one recent arrival to another, I just wanted to say hello.
Oh, well, thank you. Hello to you as well. Can I, is there something you needed me, or did you just want to engage in casual conversation?
Well, no need to be so forward about it, but yes, I would like to engage in casual conversation.
I just merely want to know, what the motives of a new visitor might be. I am Morley.
Yes, pleasure to meet you. And I stick out my hand to shake his.
Okay.
Serafina.
When he sticks out his hand to shake yours, you notice that his fingernails are very well manicured, and they are painted in a pale green. You also notice when his wrist slips out of his sleeve, there is a series of beaded bracelets that he's wearing that are blue.
Okay. Does that mean anything to me?
I'm trying to figure out. Just roll a knowledge check. Maybe it could be cultural. It could be.
So like just a straight intelligence roll?
Yeah.
Okay. Do.
Okay. The nail polish is kind of weird. The beaded blue bracelets aren't as weird.
Okay.
So you vaguely remember sometime maybe in your past you came across somebody with very similar beads on their wrist. And now that you get kind of like a closer look, now that you know what you're looking for, there is a silver charm on the beads. And there is a symbol of Coralon on it. So a particular, you don't know too many details about this sect, but you knew it does signify that he is a worshipper of Coralon.
Okay. Yeah, Zaitari very low key worships Coralon as well. So
Okay. And he says, "Well, and what is a visitor like you doing in, well, I don't want to throw out a common phrase, but what are you doing in a place like this?" If I ask.
yes, always the question. I could ask the same of you, and I will after I finish answering, since you asked first. But we're artifact hunting for our employer, so.
Oh, interesting. Yes, I came here myself. How familiar are you with ley lines of Pondera?
Not very.
Well, ley lines are lines around this world that you could call them magical lines, so to speak. This particular place is the this particular place is where where more than one ley line, two ley lines or more cross, forming a nexus. During particular parts of the year, they could strengthen one's magic. I came here to study the nexus, the crossing of ley lines, to see
Ah,
what
I
kind of
see.
effects it could have on my magic and the magic of particular items.
Is that what you were writing about in that lovely notebook of yours?
Indeed, it was. He opens up the book, and you see there are uh, strange patterns with little notes saying, could it be this type of formation? Could it be that type of formation? Different formations, he goes on to explain, have different effects and different strengths and weaknesses. If you can find a place where there are three nexuses within each other, kind of like in a triangle pattern, then you can definitely boost the effects of some particular magics. It's difficult to tap into that type of magic, however. Um, with our particular known arcane schools, he explains. But I had heard of other different types of schools of magic that could do it, but they're very they're not mentioned in detail in many of the arcane tomes I have come across.
Hmm. Very interesting. So I'm sorry if this sounds strange. Will you be staying here for a while then?
I am in the middle of doing some. Well, I'm trying to study this nexus, trying to figure out the type of structure it is. So that will take some time. And unfortunately, I had a lot of my equipment stolen before I came into town. So
Oh, that's very unfortunate. Bandits or something else?
bandits.
Hmm.
I had to leave a lot of my belongings. Um, and make my escape. So I'm currently looking for a place in town to rest my feet for a little bit while I try to rebuild these arcane devices.
I'm gonna insight that story real quick.
Okay.
Damn it.
You get the sense that there's probably more to a story.
Okay.
It sounds like yes, he is trying to do as he says and rebuild some of the equipment he has lost, but there's a little more to it. But he's not revealing that.
Hmm. Oh, also, I noticed when I shook your hand, I couldn't help but notice the symbol to Corellin. I worship a little myself as well, so.
It's very strange. Please, I don't mean to insult you. Um, it's very strange because most non elves or non half elves would shy away from that deity. But
Oh, I don't see why.
well, it's because he is chiefly an elven deity, so most non elven individuals shy away from um, gods such as he, going more towards Ayun. But I feel that I feel like I have a connection to him, in a way because of my arcane study. So that's why I wear this, and I'm not a cleric or a priest by any means. But I just feel like it's nice to have, maybe to even think that there's somebody or someone out there encouraging my study of the arts in this way.
Yes. Um, I feel like he is patron of arts and music, and I feel I should give a little love for him due to the nature of my craft, so good blessings and all that.
He smiles, and continues to chit chat with you about Coralon, about ley lines and nexuses.
Mm-hmm.
You learn actually quite a bit from him about ley lines, actually. Though the biggest question he is trying to answer is where did they come from in the first place? How were they formed? Can new ones be formed?
Mm-hmm.
So he is kind of a ley line specialist, if you will.
Okay.
And you do get the sense that, him being very scholarly in a backwater place like this could come across as very strange, especially if he's concentrating on research, which he mentions to you people don't quite understand because, he should be working instead of or being a researcher and doing nothing in their eyes. But yeah,
Totally understand.
the night wears on. Raine, what would you like to do with Sally?
I'm just keeping it low key. Actually, I'm friendly. I know we have to be going in the morning.
Okay.
Be less than explicit, please.
Hold on, I have diagrams.
And eventually around maybe 11 o'clock midnight, people start, retiring because a lot of people work in the morning. So,
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, Morley will take his leave as well. He says, "Well, it was very lovely chatting with you, and lovely speaking to somebody who actually shares my interest in arcane and in Coralon. Um, I'm trying to start a small magical shop in town to supplement my income while I make my instruments. Do stop by if you need anything."
Oh, yes, of course. Thank you. Where might I find your up-and-coming magical shop?
I am placed right next to the tailor shop, and between the tailor shop and the bakery.
Okay.
He bids you good night, and gathers up his moleskin, places some coin on the table, and goes off.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else want to do anything before the morning?
There's like one or two things. I'm not sure. It kind of depends. Is the blacksmith still there?
Yeah, he's he is still there, Tin.
Okay. I'm gonna go up to him really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Introduce myself. Hello. My name's Serafina.
Oh,
New to town.
and he has like he looks up at you, and he smiles with he's seeing those tusks. Nice to meet you. Tin's the name.
And you as well. I was told by Horton that you're the local blacksmith.
If you want something other than like a hoe or a plow.
I'm not sure if there's an alternate meaning to that, but I am actually looking to get some work done.
Wow.
He blinks when you say alternate meaning. It takes him a few seconds. It's like, no, it's garden implements. I mean, Sam's the one you want to go for. Garden implement, special garden. Can I help you with something?
Yes, this is going to sound like a bit of a strange request. That Morley fellow that I was speaking with, for most of the evening.
Oh, yes.
He told me that his most of his belongings were stolen before he came into town. I'm not sure if he told anybody else this. Would you be able to back up his story? Or if you don't, it's fine. It doesn't really matter that much.
He's been, well, he's been asking me to make a few things for him. He gave me, drawings and sketches of what he wants me to make. Generally, I don't make the things he requested, like, giant metal orbs and things of that nature. But, as long as he has the coin, I'll do as he asks. So I don't know how he misplaced his equipment. He did not relay that to me. It could have well been stolen, but yes, he's been asking me to make things for him.
Okay. Well, if you tell me the total of the items that he's been requesting, and also if you could just give him some basic supplies, I'd be happy to pay for them. And don't tell him it's me.
He blinks and he says, "That's odd, but I." He kind of gives you a look.
I have no ulterior motives to this, I promise. Though, if you do give me some insane quotes for the items that he needs, I will not pay.
Well, he's some of the things. Most of the things he's asking me to make are made out of iron or steel, which is simple. The other stuff he's trying to get me to make are a little more pricey because I don't often work with adamantium.
Ooh, adamantium. That's interesting.
Yes.
That's very specialized.
Very. Actually, in fact, I had to tell him I don't have a supply of adamantium. If he can find somebody to provide me with, I would be happy to make the items he's requested. But it's really tough. But for the iron and steel stuff, he does some figures in his head. It's gonna equate to 200 gold worth of supplies, materials, and labor. To be honest.
I reach into my bag of holding and grab a pouch. I put in 200 gold pieces.
Okay.
I hand it to him.
Thank you. Will you be needing any other supplies as well that I can throw in?
Let me speak with my companions. I'm not sure if there's anything that we require, but I will definitely ask.
Well, just come by my shop and I'll let Old Morley know that his stuff has been paid for. He gives you a just this squinty look, like he's trying to figure out what you're up to. But he doesn't say anything.
Okay. Don't worry. I know this is strange, but I wouldn't think too much into it. Just call me a patron of the arts. How about that?
Okay. Okay. He's a little. First of all, he's a little tipsy. So he's just at this point he just smiles and nods.
It's 200 gold pieces. If he can get that far with it, then I will applaud him for his ability to stretch a dollar.
It's like, at least I'll get killed last, right?
Yeah. I gave him a Snickers bar. Will be killed last.
Alright. If that is all...
That's it.
Okay. Raine?
Yeah, that's it.
Alright. You eventually head back to Basil's place. And turn in for the night.
Okay.
Um,
If Nenreen is up, though I doubt it, because I'm sure he is a man who likes his beauty sleep. I'll either ask him while he's up or when we wake up in the morning. But I believe he has access to like message or sending something to send a message to Alexandria.
I will check that. Spellbook.
Okay.
Uh,
I mean, it's a cleric spell. I'm just not sure what level it is.
oh, sending?
Yeah,
Sending is...
3rd level spell.
Yeah, and he has access to 3rd level spells.
Okay. Basically, 25 words or less. God, that's shorter than a Twitter post. That's ridiculous. Basically, what I want Nenreen to do a message to Alexandria is... I like the tic-tac-toe.
I'm trying to keep myself awake, guys.
I'm almost done, I swear. I basically just want Nenreen to send to Alexandria half-elf caster named Morley in damn it. Tamaran. Yeah, I just found it in my notes. In Tamaran, studying ley lines seems like a promising asset, and that's it.
Okay. You get it's instant, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get a reply. Will follow up. Thanks for telling me. You are right. Could be promising. Something to that effect.
Yeah.
All right. Is there a way to like knock on Liamon's tiny hut?
There's a door, I'm sure.
Not really. It's just a wall of force that people that I designate can go in and out of. I guess you could kind of knock on the wall of force.
I guess. All right. Basil will try to attempt to knock on the tiny hut, not knowing whether it will work or not. In the morning.
In the morning. Oh, okay.
In the morning.
What is it, darling?
When you like stick out your head, Basil says, "I brought breakfast."
I don't even stick up my head. I'm just like looking at him through the force wall.
You see that he has a couple of loaves of bread with some freshly churned butter, and a pot of coffee on a table he's managed to like push off to the side.
Ooh.
He looks very confused. He's like looking around, because you guys see him.
Yeah. One moment, darling. I will kind of prestidigitate myself pretty. And walk out of the wall of force in the tiny hut. And start helping myself to food and such.
Okay.
Thank you very much, darling. How did you sleep?
Oh, I slept well. And you slept all right?
As best as I could on the floor.
He does.
I kind of smile weakly. And then... But, what time is it, darling?
It's About 9 o'clock.
Oh, okay. This is a decent hour then. I mean, it's better than... Yes, I slept decently. As decently as I could while sleeping on a floor.
Okay.
Zaitari walks out and says, it's definitely more pleasant than how we've been waking up for the past 2.5 months. So, damn rooster. And the ghosts.
Waking up, yes. This is... But the sleeping arrangements
Yes, the
were
sleeping
rather,
arrangements, not
better.
great, but sometimes it's nice to just kind of kick it on the floor. Well, for me anyways.
Basil, nods, and he lights his pipe and starts puffing on it. So, away from your direction.
Thank you.
He says, "So, when do you want to go to the Old One complex?"
Oh, just gonna come out and say it out loud for everybody to hear then.
Might as well. I mean, I know what you guys are you guys are going in there, and Alexandria is told, did you think I was just a regular old man?
Well, no, of course not. You know Alexandria.
He takes his collar and he pulls he stretches the cloth to reveal his shoulder, which has a rather beautiful, intricate flower-like brand on his shoulder. I'm one of the ones she saved, so I'm a little indebted. I'm indebted to her, and she told me about what you guys. Well, she told me more or less you guys need to get in there.
That is true, we do.
Indeed we do, darling.
There's a couple things I can tell you that's happened since that complex has been left a while. I haven't explored it thoroughly, because I am only one individual, but it's a little damp in there right now. There has been a large water sinkhole that had opened up. I don't think it's damaged a lot of the complex, only probably small corner, but it might be a little more humid in there than you'd like. Just like,
wonderful. Now we have humidity. This will just do wonders for my hair.
Likewise, darling. As one of us has the map, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Scarlet Water Temple map.
Mm-hmm. I would imagine that probably Nenreen would carry that.
Okay, so one of Nenreen, somebody. Can we say that somebody pulls out the map and Tilda says, "Could you show us where the sinkhole is, darling?"
Of course. The sinkhole, and he, if you look on the handout, is right around. He stuck his head out of the tunnel, and it's right around where the rune location is.
Rune location.
Yeah, so lower left-hand corner.
By the sword?
Yep.
Okay.
Sword.
By the sword.
That no one is going to pick up? Absolutely not.
Don't do it.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
You can touch it, but you can't attune to it, and we can't bring it home. Okay, so just don't touch it. Like,
Mom!
But, Mom...
These aren't my rules. They're Alexandria's rules. Don't complain to me.
But yeah, there's a sinkhole there now. It opened up. Carry the one. Couple months back, I would want to say.
Would it have anything to do with these purple worms that have been
Possibly.
roaming?
Purple worms,
It could
purple
possibly be
worms.
because there's a new tunnel underneath the complex or something by something large. Purple worm, bullets, a number of underground subterranean creatures could have done that.
And how deep is the sinkhole?
I did not get close enough to find out.
Fair enough.
I did not. I went through the tunnel, stuck my head in, noticed things were damp, looked down with my spyglass, and yeah, there it was. It's rather large. I would say it is maybe 50 feet across. Don't know how deep.
Is Alexandria wasn't really able to tell us a whole lot about monsters and other dangers to be expected. She said like something about minotaurs and undead minotaurs,
Right. When she initially went to the Scarlet Temple, she and her brother and her group cleared out a lot of skeletal minotaurs. Um, you might find it's very rare in this part of the world, but you might find a Robur or two. You all know what that is?
it sounds familiar to me, but I can't exactly remember what it is.
Right. He tells you that there are creatures that originally were from the Underdark that take on the guise of stalagmites and stalactites, but they're really very large tentacled creatures with sharp teeth. And
Oh god, yeah, that's right.
yes,
So basically, they're mimics that mimic themselves as stalagmites and stalactites.
correct.
Yeah, they're super creepy looking.
Oh, goody.
You might find those, depending on how much noise y'all make. You might find some bullets. You might find some. I don't know why he's laughing. You might find some baby ropers, as they call it. They look more like larvae than stalagmites and stalactites. The occasional kobold here and there. He
Any of them friendly?
kobolds? No, I don't think so.
Hmm.
So this map that Alexandria gave us, it's obviously just for the temple. I imagine we'll be needing to traverse into it. Are there multiple levels to get into this place? Is it underground?
It is in a mountain. That tunnel
Okay.
on your map, the one in the upper left-hand corner, is the only way that I know of to get in at this point.
I see. Okay, so we'll have to go through we'll have to go through the mountain to get to the tunnel that will lead us to the temple, and then get back out again.
Yes. I can show you the tunnel to get into the temple. That's easy enough to show. When Alexandria told me that you guys might need to get there, I go in through the tunnel every once in a while just to see if everything's in place still. I don't go too far into the temple because you'll find out, but that place makes me feel very uneasy.
Well, just thinking about it makes me uneasy, so.
Yeah. But you should be all right. I mean, the last time I checked, there wasn't anything in there that I could see. But then again, I didn't go too far in. But
Do you have any tips for like avoiding the ropers, or possibly ways we can identify them so that we can avoid them?
Here's the hard part. They're, like I said, they're ambush predators. So their job is to stand still and look like the surrounding.
Oh.
Yeah. So I mean, unless you're really up close, it's usually too late at that point.
All right. Well, Just
Fireball.
avoid rocks
And-
in the mountain.
So,
The
yes,
warning.
avoid rocks in the mountain. Stalagmites and stalactites, just avoid them if you can.
Yes.
Skirt around them. Um, Other than that, he says, I don't really have any advice to tell you because it the nature of what you're gonna be going after is beyond what I have knowledge to, so. But you guys should be fine. Hopefully. Maybe. She had you come here for a reason.
Yes, she did.
Indeed.
Yeah, I'm finally getting off for threatening the goats.
Oh, is Anastasia still there?
She is. Though I'm
Yeah.
curious about the still. She's been there for a long time.
She's been with Alexandria as well as for a very long time. I think the story is Alexandria says that Anastasia claimed that Bahamut sent her to her.
Interesting.
Yeah, but other than that, I don't even think Alexandria believes it herself. But uh, whatever.
Well, the gods are mysterious, so.
Gods are very mysterious.
Hmm.
Alright. Shall I guide you towards the tunnel entrance?
Oh, last night I spoke.
Speaked.
Last night I spoke with the local blacksmith. I
Sam
worked out a
or
bit of
tin?
tin.
Tin.
I didn't realize there were more than one. Well, regardless, I worked out something of a deal, I suppose. He'll probably give us a discount if we need anything. So if there's something that we need smithing wise, we can ask him. I don't know if we need to stock up on ammunition and things like that.
Well, I wish I'd known that before we left. Before we left Fort Granite, darling.
Well, hindsight 2020 and all that.
Hmm.
Well, I'd suggest at least bringing a pick with you guys, just in case. Or two.
I was just gonna say, we might
Oh,
want to make
boy.
sure our climbing equipment is all in order.
We are not made for
Yeah, not a single one of us.
manual labor.
We're all gonna.
I don't know. My strength is a 10.
My strength's 11.
8.
And
I know Nenrine's is abysmal. I don't know what Bryn's is. Probably also bad.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
Strength.
If
Is our
anything, it's
weakness.
probably 12.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if it's not a negative or a 0
Yeah.
modifier, that is.
Strength is our party weakness.
Her
Yes, it
strength
is.
11.
Okay.
Strength is 11. See, so
Yeah.
it's a 0 modifier. We're all weak as fuck.
Yes.
We had a strong, and then we do
now
not.
We do not have a strong anymore.
We do not have a strong.
We'll be fine. We got magic.
How
we can...
strong is Uncle Basil?
Uncle Basil has a strength of 9.
Jesus.
I don't know, guys. I'm thinking maybe we should recruit somebody in town to do some who can
We might want
some
to.
heavy lifting for us.
It's not a bad idea.
I don't know. I think we should just get into the mountain, see what it's like, and if we really need it, we can always come back.
We don't want more hands crawling in places they shouldn't be going.
Yes, this is a
Yes.
bit of a delicate matter, so it's on the table. There are strong people in town, so at least there is that.
Well, if you need any help, if you need me to get some folks to dig you out somewhere, just send me a message. I'll try to round up some folk.
Yes,
Right.
we are familiar with sending, so
Do
we'll
we
at least
still
be
have
able
the
to send
sending
back.
stones?
We should. I mean, if we do, they should be marked in the thingy.
Can we just give this guy one of the sending stones? Like, what's the range on those things? It's
I think it's
everywhere
forever.
on the same
On the
plane,
same
right?
plane, yes.
Yeah.
I have it. It says 1x sending stone, other half with Alexandria.
Ah, damn. Okay. Well, we can still call to Alexandria. Darling, we're kind of trapped in this temple you sent us to.
Ring, ring, ring.
Would you
Hello.
mind sending
Can you
someone to get us out?
Can you message Uncle Basil for us?
Yeah.
We're kind of stuck.
Thank you for calling the Warwater State. Please leave your message after. Son of a bitch!
Fuck! We only get one use a day. Alright. Do you guys think I should take Featherfall with us? I wasn't going to, but then with the sinkhole thing.
Where there's one sinkhole, there could be more.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Alright.
Actually, I did meet this very interesting man last night. He's starting up a magical shop in town, so if we need to, we might be able to go there and get some Featherfall things from him.
Or, I mean, we could. Has Bryn used her scroll of Featherfall yet?
She
I
has not.
don't think so.
No. Okay, so we still have that.
Well, it's probably in the there.
Now I just got to figure out what I have to not
Ooh,
prepare.
actually, that's right. She did. I remember her doing that because she cast it on herself when we were on the airship because she didn't want to die. I think she cast it on herself when we were hopping
Burning
on
the
the
bike?
wyverns. In case she fell
No,
off.
I don't think she did.
Okay.
I remember her saying that she was holding the scroll in her.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. To cast
Really
it in case she
tightly.
fell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's probably just in her personal inventory.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, either way, I think we'll be fine.
Never know what interesting items we might find them.
Okay. Well, let's get going. You see Bazo, goes into the back, grabs a pack, hoists this over his shoulder. It's not going to be a very long walk if we don't run into anything unsavory.
Let's try to avoid that.
Yes, let's try.
We did encounter a purple worm on our way here.
Yeah, those are becoming more common. I'm glad they don't show up around here, or they just go past without troubling us.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys start leaving his house, and he walks you east toward more northeast in the village towards the mountain range that borders the Elven Lands and Robur. It doesn't take too long. It takes about maybe 2 hours of walking to get to the particular mountain. And in this particular mountain, there is a cave/mining entrance. Basil explains that the mine was abandoned years ago after the owner went bankrupt, and the mining operation stopped because it was becoming a money sink. You guys go through, start heading to the tunnel. Basil's in front. Who's behind him?
I guess I would be up front.
I would imagine that Bryn would be behind Raine. Then probably me.
Yeah, and I think
I'm sure
Nenri and I
Nenri
are
wants to
bringing up the
be
back.
as far in the back as elvenly
Elvenly
possible.
possible. I'm on my broom, by the way.
Okay. Just to let you know, the ceiling in this tunnel system is only about 10 feet tall, so it's not really too high of a ceiling. You could still be on
No.
your.
I just want to be, like, just hovering over the ground, you know?
Okay.
I wasn't planning on, like, soaring over everyone's heads and loop-the-loops or anything like that. Just
Right.
trying to make it so that I don't step anywhere that might fall out from under me.
So, you know what the perfect song for Tilda would be while she's reading on her broom?
I'm not reading, but go ahead.
Butterfly in the sky. I can fly twice as high. Take a look.
Go look. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow. Oh, man.
God damn it. Sorry, I just thought of that and I had to get it out.
Everybody make perception checks.
Okay. Do.
Oh, wow.
We get to level 10, please. Just say, fuck these reliable talent.
Alright, what about Bryn and Nenreen?
Okay, so Bryn is.
I mean, my passive perception is 20.
My
In case
passive
you've
perception
forgotten.
is 19.
Perception, and then Nenreen.
Well, that's Bryn. 17 is pretty good. And there we go, Nenreen. All the way in the back,
Yep.
noticing something that
All right.
the rest of us don't.
Nenreen. You notice Nenreen falls behind a little bit, and he says,
You all right, darling?
should the wall be vibrating?"
Oh, God damn it.
And
I'm just gonna take a guess. It's a bullet.
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 and hold on.
You know, we
bullet?
probably should.
A bullet is coming this way? Sorry.
We probably should try to stealth if this thing actually attacks us and we make it out alive.
So Raine was in front.
When the DM asks you your marching order,
Yeah.
prepare for
Basil.
combat.
Nenreen was in the back. Bryn was somewhere in the middle, right?
I think she's after me.
After you? Okay.
Yeah, she was.
That's the tunnel. The thing in the middle.
I think we're the closest thing you have to tanks, really.
Kinda, yeah. Okay, why can I not grab... There we go. Oh, there's lots of me's all of a sudden.
Sorry, I was grabbing you too.
I'll just throw myself on.
Yep. Cool.
1, 2, there we go.
And
There we go.
Basil was in the front with Raine.
1 second. I can't move. I can't move the other tokens. Technically, I am behind Bryn, so if you can just like bump her up like 1 square.
Yep.
Or, yeah, that works.
Alright, I'm just gonna use this guy. Oh, that's too dark. Sure, old man. Okay. So you notice Nenrain actually points out the trembling is coming from that direction. And as you guys stop momentarily, the trembling gets very loud, and bursting through the wall
We didn't even get a chance to stealth.
Well, it's not really something we typically do, so.
you guys see once I get
It's the purple worm again.
Son of a bitch!
collapses the tunnel. No.
He memorized my scent so that he could find me.
Yep.
I was like, I'm finding the person who turned me into a sheep. Never again.
Okay, there we go.
Never again. Or, within the next couple years.
A very large
Interesting.
Oh, fuck.
Upright bug cockroach thing burst through the wall.
Oh my god.
Just one?
I think I recognize that. That's like episode 3 of Critical Role.
Mhm.
Yep, it is.
I would like everybody to roll initiative.
But just the one, right?
Just
There's
one,
only-
right?
You don't hear another one.
Well,
Oh,
we
thank
don't
God.
see or hear any others? Okay, great.
Remember, Henry gets advantage on his initiative.
Yep.
Motherfucker.
Click
Damn.
on this token and oops, forgot to roll it. Oh, so I'll roll that again. Okay,
Nice.
he will
Wow.
take that instead. And Bryn will take.
And everyone within 30 feet of Nenreen can't be surprised.
Right.
Right?
Oh yeah, you guys and Basil will go. Oh wow, he rolled pretty well.
Wow. We all rolled really shitty, except for Nenreen.
Mm-hmm.
Henry is leading the charge.
Yes.
So
In his-
basically, where we are, like, we can move freely throughout this whole map.
So he came out through that space in the wall. So where you're seeing is, hold on, let me put the initiative down.
Is it kind of like these two black lines would be like?
Yeah, kind of those two black lines is where the tunnel ends proper. Yep, like that.
Oh, damn it. That's terrible. My mouse couldn't.
So Nenreen is going first, and Nenreen is gonna go do something. Nenreen's going to probably Sacred Flame the shit out of it. Sacred Flame. Rolls a dex save. Doesn't make the dex save. So cast. Okay, wow. Alright, so 15. And then he will just back up a little bit. Basil is gonna go over here. Away from you guys.
Yeah, that's probably smart.
Yeah. Your new friend, the Umber Hulk.
Oh, he's our friend?
Yeah, we don't. It's like we didn't know. He was going to be our ally, but then we just attacked him. He burst out of the wall and was going to be like, "Hi guys, welcome to the tunnel in the mountain."
Yeah.
He's gonna go for the closest person to him. So there's 3 of you guys.
Yep.
Going for Zaitari.
God damn it! It's always me.
He is going to attempt to slash you with his claws.
Yeah, go ahead.
That That is a 21 to hit.
Yep.
The next one is a 12 to hit. I assume that misses.
That misses.
And the mandibles, that is a 15 to hit.
That misses.
Okay, so he gets you with the claw for 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And then it is Raine's turn.
Yay.
Raine, I would like you to make a charisma saving throw.
I was just gonna say, don't we have to?
Oh, fuck, man.
Am I... Okay, I must have closed it. 1 second.
I'm so confused. Why?
Because of
Umber.
something.
Yeah.
Alright, you feel the Umber Hulk's gaze fall upon you. And you cannot...
Let's use a luck.
Okay.
Use a luck.
If only I had cutting words.
Okay.
Better.
Hey, that's better.
One day.
You are successful and do not
okay.
fall under the charismatic gaze of the confusing gaze of the Umber Hulk. All right, now you can go.
So it's a 23.
Start to meet its eyes and look away. I will move up to it and attack. Would he be considered flanked for advantage?
He's surrounded like halfway, so I'd give it to you at that point.
Okay, so let's.
By the way, there's like a tunnel behind him now.
And I'll just see if I get the crit, which I don't think I'm gonna get, but.
A 5'8" tunnel. Why won't you fill in with black?
Nope. Okay, so 24 to hit.
24 does hit.
And then I'll just bonus action my regular dagger, my crawl blade.
Tunnel.
That will work. So that is.
That should be 6. I thought I took the thing off, but I didn't.
Okay, so 6 plus 31 altogether?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Zaitari, please make a
Yes.
Christmas saving throw.
Oh, god damn it.
As his gaze falls upon you this time. Alright, you thought you felt a little confused? You're fine.
Okay.
What
Yeah,
a
I'm not
time
gonna-
to not have the, what's it called? Cloak of protection attuned to myself.
Yeah, bonus action. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, I'm gonna draw Desolation, and for my bonus action, I'm gonna split it into 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will do 2 attacks.
Okay.
Do I have advantage?
Yeah, I'd say you have advantage.
Okay. Either way, it's all good.
Okay, that will hit. So 15 and 16. Okay.
And then I'm going to, I'm just gonna hop around it this way, just so I can like get a different position. That way, we're a little bit more spread out between myself and Tilda.
Okay.
I was gonna move around.
Yeah, I
like
just want to.
here.
Yeah.
But
Bryn makes a charisma saving throw.
Man, does that happen every time?
apparently,
Okay. She's fine, so she is going
Its little
to-
buggy head is just like
just turning
darting
around.
around at everybody.
Yep, just looking at everybody that's close to him. Nope.
Oh,
Wait,
fuck.
wait. She has advantage, technically, so she's fine.
Okay, yes, that's right.
So 13 points.
We could avert our eyes to not get it, right? But then we would be at disadvantage, and then I guess.
That. Technically, you could do that.
Would we
And
know to do that? Because I know that's how they did it in Critical Role, but
you'd have to announce that you are.
Yeah, I feel like we kind of all understand that this is trying to do something to us.
Yeah, he's done it. Tried to do it several times, so you kind of get the gist that oh shit, maybe I should look away. Yeah, catch up.
Meow.
Did that end? Okay, good.
Alright, so I guess it's my turn to...
Yep. Unless you do want to look away.
You know what? I think... No, I'll just... Nope.
Okay. I need you to roll a d8 for me.
okay, guys, we gotta kill Tilda.
Finally, the excuse we've been looking for.
Nothing happens
know.
to you. You're fine.
Nothing?
Nope. You were slightly befuddled when you looked at it. Befuddled when you looked at him, but you're fine.
I should have just taken a fucking 18 on my divination rolls. Well, in that case, I suppose I'm going... Can I even see in this?
I'm going to say Basil was holding a lantern, so there's some light.
Okay. Well then, you know what? I'm going to, since I'm so damn close to it, and just 'cause it's new and I want to, I'm gonna attack with Judgment.
Tilda's gonna kill me, but does nothing happen, or does she do nothing?
What do you mean?
It's a confusion thing, isn't it?
Right,
Right.
yeah, so does nothing happen to me, or do I just do nothing?
You do nothing.
Oh, okay, see...
You're fine. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. I just... You worded it like, oh, nothing happens to you. So, okay.
Yeah, sorry about
I'm
that.
free to do anything. Well then, sorry.
Okay.
Never mind. Skip my turn. I'll just wait another round. It's fine.
Womp womp.
Then Raine is going to do another Sacred Flame. How far away is he? Basic Charisma saving.
Oh yeah,
throw.
that was everybody.
Fails.
Oh
Does
wow, that was
nothing.
fast. But then again, like
Um,
last turn, we had like 50,000 things.
Basil
On the board.
is not going to
Yeah.
go near anybody. Umber Hulk is going to... Now there are 4 targets. Hi, Zaitari.
God damn it! Seriously?
Again?
I rolled a d4, you were number 4.
Yeah, it sucks when it's that random roll and like, oh hey.
18 to hit,
That hits.
16,
That misses.
and 15 doesn't hit.
Yeah, that misses.
Yeah, you can't hit for shit. He does 6 points of damage.
Okay.
And Raine.
Alright, we'll hit him
Please
again.
roll a charisma saving throw.
I will avert my eyes. So
Okay.
I take it over.
Yep, you take the negative. All right. Yeah. So what happens is you sink hellfire in the back of his head, and his you feel the fire emanating from hellfire just cauterize and sever the connection from his head to his spinal cord because it's chitinous, so it doesn't really have it doesn't have a spine to speak of. So it dies.
Yay!
Yay!
Oh, okay. I won't do the extra 2d4 then.
Wow.
Yeah, it's one you're all gathered, on top of one. So Basil, comes running. You guys okay?
Uh, um, I, I, I think so.
Okay. I guess we should move more quietly now. Oh God,
What was that?
that was a number Hulk. I haven't seen one of those in years.
Zaitari, darling, do I
Yes.
look all right? I feel sort of funny.
Um.
Like my limbs were sort of paralyzed or something.
Oh. Zaitari approaches and looks over Tilda. You look fine to me. I believe its gaze, when it looks at you, it tries to confuse you. I
Oh.
felt it as well, but was able to push it off.
Yes, it makes you a little kerfuffled, Basil says. It's not a very pleasant experience.
Huh. All right. All right, thank you. All right, let's move on.
Right, let's try to be a little more quiet, says Basil.
Yes. I'm going to down one of the regular healing potions. Because I don't want to use any spell slots yet. So it's 2d4 plus 2. 6. Alright. I negated its last hit. Sounds good.
Yeah, he just kept on missing you on the last two. French fry, I don't want... You had dinner, go away.
Not that I'm complaining.
Alright.
Let's see.
And for anybody who is trying to be stealthy, I need stealth checks.
Just 1 second.
Yep, I'm just gonna do I'm just gonna do your other two companions right now.
Well, I got my boots of elvenkind, which make no noise at all. It's awesome.
I was trying to see, like, I couldn't remember if I had silence or not. Not.
Do the boots give you actually advantage?
I think it's advantage.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm on the broom, so I'm not I'm not stepping anywhere. I just want to say
You have
that.
it with advantage, so you're fine.
It's a diesel
Nice.
broom actually. It kind of tugs.
12 more Umber Hulks come through the wall now.
I just rev it.
Damn, that leaves a huge carbon footprint.
Yeah, I'm sure it would.
Yeah, but you can't use one of the electric ones, in a dark cave.
Yeah, that's true.
Really quick. I don't know. Nenreed would mostly prepare, I guess. I don't know what
Let me take a
Nenreed would
look.
prepare. Like, I don't know if he would have silence or not, because he could put that on us. We could walk quietly.
He does have a list always prepared.
Okay.
So it's not one of the ones that's always prepared.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not on the cleric list where it says it's always prepared.
Oh yeah, that's from the domain.
Yeah. Well, he also has a list on his bio and info. So
Probably of things that I these are things that I always take.
Exactly. So I'm going by that.
Yeah.
Doesn't silence stop all speaking though?
It does,
Yeah.
yeah. So spellcasting would be.
Yeah. I don't know. Would we be able to argue that then Raine would prepare pass without a trace or pass without trace?
Or silence or something. I mean,
It's hard. It's hard because she's not here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just going by this list, so.
Yeah.
that's
But-
fine. All right,
yeah.
so
Because clerics can prepare like so
Like
many
what?
based off of their like so many per level, and then based off of their modifier, I think they get extra that they can prepare.
most of us did pretty well on this dex check. Maybe it's fine.
Maybe.
Mm,
Alright, so you guys
then Raine
make...
trips over a rock.
Hmm.
You guys make your way through the
I knew I
tunnel.
should have
Actually, Basil
prepared
needs
silence.
to... Yeah, Basil's fine. You guys quietly make your way through the tunnel, more or less quietly. And...
Or it's a group check, and we balance it out.
Fry, no! I will feed
Uh,
you after!
So which way are we going?
You're going deeper into the tunnel, so where Basil's
but-
character is.
Okay.
Yep.
So, Raine, you want to go up front? There we go.
Basil will, fall besides you. And then Raine will...
You should probably just constantly check for traps, just in case.
Traps, schmaps.
Basil says, "Well, this part you probably don't have to worry, but when you get into the complex, that's when you're gonna have to start looking."
Okay.
Yeah, this is an old mining tunnel, so there probably aren't any traps since the owner abandoned this place years ago. It takes you another traversing the tunnel another hour until you reach a small hole. Looks like if you get on your hands and knees and crawl through, you could fit. And Basil says, "This is the entrance to the temple. It's a long crawl, and you see you know what?
Crawl?
Yes, crawl. It's about." It's about roughly 150 feet of crawling until you get to the complex.
How does
Okay.
the stonework look in front of us? Pretty secure.
It's pretty secure. You could roll an investigation check to check it out.
My investigation is great, but sure.
Is that
It's a tunnel.
It's a tunnel.
I rolled a 1 and a 2.
wow? My passive investigation is 22. And I'm definitely looking this thing up and down like, you expect me to crawl through there? What, are you fucking serious?
God damn it.
You touch the sides of the tunnel, and it seems sturdy. It's a tunnel right into rock. It doesn't look like it's small enough not to have too many weaknesses. Basil says, "I can go first and meet you on the other side, but as soon as you get into the complex, I'm not going further into that complex."
All right. I think that's fair.
I'm sorry, but I'm not made of very sturdy stuff.
Oh, no, we didn't expect you to continue along with us. It's more the crawling bit.
Yes. Yeah, if you don't grow up in a coal mine, then I guess things like this could be a little daunting. All right. You see him, get on his hands and knees and make his way into the tunnel space, pushing the lantern in front of him. And then you slowly see the light of the lantern dim as it sounds like he is going deeper and deeper into the tunnel.
I'll cast dancing lights so that we all have sight.
I was
as
about
we
to
go
say
in.
I'll cast dark vision on myself. At that point.
I mean, it's a crawl space. I don't think anything in there will attack us, and I can
No, but
trail.
It's nicer to have your own sight in a
Yeah,
small
'cause
enclosed space.
that lasts
you
for
know?
like what, 8 hours, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way, they're 4
Brandon?
torch-sized lights,
Can you feed French
and
fry?
they can just like follow each one of us so that we all have our own like mini lantern.
I mean, I could just cast light, but just all the way down the tunnel. Light, light, light. But I'll just cast dark vision. It's fine.
Okay. You guys crawl for a short while. And
Tilda's probably the last one through,
okay.
and she's not happy.
Okay. You hear Basil's muffled voice says, "Just follow the light. Don't go to the fork. There's a death pit."
Thanks.
For fuck's sake.
Thanks for telling us now.
Um,
Thanks.
you eventually see a light at the end of the tunnel. And when you
I feel like I shouldn't go towards that.
And when you step through, you are standing in a huge space, a beautiful carved out space. The walls are polished, but a little weathered. There is actually some dim illumination in this place. You see, there are small little light fixtures every so often on the walls, very similar to ever burning light sources, but in a light blue color, not in a white light. The ceiling in this place is about 80 foot in length, height. Initially, when Basil helps, each one of you stand, he points over way, way, way down the complex, and you do see what looks like water glinting off the surface of where the sinkhole was. Now that it's filled up with some type of natural water. You see the edge of the walls where the lab is contained. The floor itself is actually a tile floor, a white and black speckled pattern like floor, and if it wasn't for the stalagmites on the ceiling, mites
Stalactites
tights
on ceiling.
God.
They hold tight to the ceiling.
Okay, I will remember that now. You see a couple of stalactites on the ceiling, but it kind of, with the reflection of the light and everything, it kind of tries to give like a kind of grotto type environment to the space. It's rather in a strange, unearthly way, very pretty in here, very beautiful, very finely crafted. And Basil says, "Well, I'm probably gonna go back through if you guys don't need anything else. I'll camp in front of the mine and wait for you guys to return, and I'll send a message to Alexandria or go to town to get some help if you're. How long would you like me to wait?"
I would guess at least 2 days.
Okay. All right. I'll wait out here for you for 2 days, and if you guys don't come out, then I'll get some help for you.
The other thing is, our elven companion can also cast sending and send you a message if things go bad.
Excellent. Perfect. All right. Well, I wish you guys luck. And hopefully you find whatever Alexandria sent you to get. He does a salute and wave, and he starts crawling back through the tunnel. I think I'm going to end it tonight since we're 2 down.
That's fine.
Yeah, give you guys.
Yeah.
Give you guys, some time to, or more eyes on what you're going to be finding and stuff in here. All right. So next game is going to be the 13th. Oh, Friday the 13th.
Oh, goody.
Oh, funny.
Through the Old One's temple.
Perfect time for the horror episode.